two guys that hate each other.
Just shut your mouth.
I hate them. Shut up.
Don't be unkind.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh, very nice.
Shut the fuck up.
You're a fine bunch of bullies, aren't you?
I'm Opie. I could give a fuck. I'm Jim Norton, and I'm on the radio. Shut up.
The Opie and Anthony Show. It's all about fun, fun, fun.
I'd love to spit in your face.
I will fucking kill you.
Shut up, stupid.
I'm just a zilch, and I know it.
Who cares? We're trying to do a fucking radio.
I know what we're trying to do. I'm sitting here across from you. I understand that.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Despicable asshat.
And these dummies that work for us, you guys stink.
Ben looks like a tall baby.
Always laughing in the wrong places. Ben, where's the coffee?
He rock.
Hopefully he's going through a car wash with his mouth open.
And there's Steve.
Steve is a piece of garbage.
And you stink.
You are cordially invited to a robbery rape.
This is family entertainment.
This show is a disaster.
Opie and Anthony Show.
If you have any poo, bring it now.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Why don't you go eat a decrepit piece of crap? What the heck are you guys doing? Trying to ruin my life and make me look like a friggin' idiot? I wish you'd get out of my life and shut up. Ugh, idiot!
Hey, welcome to the Opie and Anthony program.
Hey there.
All right, what do I have to adjust today?
Why, problem?
I don't know.
Problem? You sound funny?
Maybe if I turned up my microphone.
Oh, you had it way down.
Way down.
Now we're up. Now we're ready for our broadcast day.
On this fine Whip 'em Out Wednesday, Anthony.
Oh, it is Wednesday.
It is Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Supposedly we got girls from Gamma O handing out WOW stickers all over Manhattan today.
There you go. That's the way to do it. They should be down by the UN. That's where all the traffic will be stopped, and it'll be easy to hand them to people right in their cars. They should just plaster them on the bumpers of the diplomats that are all driving around. So you see some wacky Asian guy with a WOW sticker on, or some terrorist-looking dude in his limo.
I was worried about you today. I thought you wouldn't make it into work.
No, my hours are pretty good for this whole thing.
You sure?
I'm out. Yeah, yesterday was like a big day, the UN, and I was out
Sorry.
very early.
Sorry, someone has turned us on to something, and the phone's ringing like crazy, so we really just have to go to the phones, and then we'll get back to the UN conversation.
Yeah.
Sally, what's up?
Hi. The Brian Wilson character on Imus is wearing one of your T-shirts today.
Yeah.
So I'd let you know.
We saw that you called, so we went right to MSNBC, and there's Imus. And who is it, Rob Bartlett?
Yeah, it's Bartlett. He's dressed like Brian Wilson.
Brian Wilson, and he has kind of like a Hawaiian, like...
Beach Boys shirt on.
Beach Boys shirt, and underneath that is an Opie and Anthony T-shirt. It's
Yeah.
really, really funny,
He's
man.
all disheveled.
And they did discuss it for a couple of minutes at about a quarter after, if you can dig up the audio somewhere.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, really? We're going to need that audio. Don Imus, a true friend of the Opie and Anthony program, believe it or not.
We love that show, and the crew over there is
Did
great.
he ever come through with that auction bid?
What was he going to do?
That billboard.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know who won the Arthur Chien billboard that got him fired.
Well, come on. Get on it, fella.
I got knocked out at the last minute. Sons of bitches.
But, man, Imus is, he rocks. He absolutely rocks.
See him today. He's very gruff, rough and tumble. He's got his like real riding hat on. Looks like he should be in Deadwood.
Today either. He's going to a
Doesn't he?
doctor right afterwards.
He does?
There's nobody that is as sick as him, you know?
Yeah, he gets sick all the time.
It's because he doesn't eat meat.
For someone that eats very healthy, he's very sick all the time.
Well, when you abuse the shit out of yourself for 70 years and then decide you're going to eat healthy in the latter part, I think your body rejects it.
Yeah. So, anyway,
right.
There you go.
All right, thank you, Sally.
Bye.
Thanks for the heads up. It's very funny. It made us laugh really hard today. We'll have the video up on opieandanthony.com, but there you have it.
Yeah.
We got the weirdest friends in radio.
Yeah, not your common radio friend. A lot of people in radio have the same stupid friends in radio.
We have like Sean Hannity and Don Imus.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, isn't it?
And Ron and
Fez. Right.
Brother Weeze, BJ Shea, Scott Farrell, and That's
Earl
it.
Douglas.
And Earl Douglas, that's right. We got to welcome Bob Kelly to the program.
Bob!
We give nothing but respect to the person sitting in that seat.
That is Jimmy's chair.
You're sitting in Jimmy's chair.
You got to do what Jimmy does every morning, though, and move this mic here.
What?
There we go.
Yeah.
That way I have a good view of you.
Hey, hi.
We can look at each other now and trade our ridiculous ideas for 4 hours. Chat.
Jimmy, poor Jimmy's gone.
I know.
He's getting famous.
Nothing against you. I miss him already, though.
I do too, man. I miss him.
Pervert.
I like him when he's here.
Little creep.
Little creep with a boner.
He left without saying goodbye to anyone.
He didn't say goodbye?
No, we threw him a nice party yesterday and everything.
I tried. I actually said goodbye to him, and for a second I was actually going to shake his hands. Then I realized they were full of KY jelly and stripper vag juice.
Oh, that's right.
Because he was shoving that dildo in that chick yesterday. His hands were, like, glistening. And I went to shake his hand and then went, up! Well, good luck, bro. Have fun out there in L.A. I'm not touching you, you little creep.
We'll see you in a few weeks.
He did the same thing to Colin and Ellen when they went to Iraq.
Yeah.
And they came back. He just they're at the airport, and he just walked away. Didn't say goodbye.
That's what he does. He just
walks away.
disappears.
He just leaves.
I like that. I do the same thing around here, though. I really do. Like, I won't say goodbye to anybody. The show ends, especially on travel days like in New York where it's all crazy and going to be gridlocked, and I just got to get home immediately. I won't say goodbye to anybody. Boom, I'm out the door.
But that's a little different. You'll be back tomorrow. He's leaving for 3 weeks.
Yeah, but Opie one time had to call me on my way. I was halfway to my car. He's like, Anthony, we have a meeting with the boss today. I'm like, what? He goes, Elo's in town. We have a meeting today. I'm like, fuck, I was almost there. I almost made it. I had to turn around and come back.
Yeah, well.
Little Jimmy will be holding up an Emmy soon.
Yeah.
A little thing that looks like him.
Is it all golden like him on the bathroom floor?
And Anthony, a T-shirt on. If you have a satellite radio, can you listen to Sirius or XM, or do you have to have two separate radios?
Don.
Well, you'd have to have two separate radios if you wanted Sirius.
Right.
Which you wouldn't want.
Well, yeah, you would want that.
Okay.
You want Sirius. I don't own any XM stock.
Well, that's your first mistake, Opie.
Could be.
Call him Opie.
It might be, yeah.
You should invest in yourself. That's the first thing they tell you. How do you think I lost all the publishing rights to my songs?
Well, I'm not sure how that happened. But anyway, approaching 11 after the hour, the business report from the New York Stock Exchange is coming up. But first, Charles has some news, and none of it's any good, as it never is.
Bartlett is hysterical, man.
He's imitating, Brian Wilson with an Opie and Anthony T-shirt on today. I can't get enough of it.
So slurring, his mouth all crooked.
You called him Opie, right?
Yeah, he calls Don Imus Opie.
Imus, if you have a radio, can you get Sirius NX? Oh, the poor guy.
Come on, Don.
Don knows,
Read a magazine about it.
He absolutely knows. Let's say hi to Brian in Queens. Hey,
Can
Brian.
I get it on my old Victrola?
What's up, Brian?
I was just listening to Howard, and he's doing the exact same bit that Anthony was doing, introing the old radio stations, doing the whole disc jockey thing. He's talking about his new radio station on Sirius is going to be Douche 100 or something like that. It's absolutely ridiculous. So, he thinks he invents everything, but he's taking a bit from Anthony. He's just a jackass.
We noticed that he's pretty much doing our show 3 or 4 weeks behind. Scott from Jersey, what's up?
Same thing, man. That fucking hook-nosed Jew is ripping you guys off again. Tell him, Fred. Fucking asshole. He's doing all the shit you guys do. I'm so sick of it. It's ridiculous. Brian over here. What do you want me to do?
All right, thanks. We got to go back to this.
Yeah. We just learned that from Scene.
Steve just said it's going to rain.
Yeah, I'm the Morning Business Report, sponsored by the New York Stock Exchange.
Fucking Rob Bartlett, man.
Sorry. We're supposed to be doing our own radio show.
I know, we're just listening to Imus.
We're the worst, man. We
Hit the
really
button.
are.
He'll take a nap on a couch.
It is just, I got to turn people on to Imus this morning. MSNBC. It's the wackiest thing I've ever seen, I think.
That's
freaking
a funny character, man.
really
Brian Wilson.
His hair is completely a mess.
He's just a mess.
His tongue's hanging out of his mouth. He's got an Opie and Anthony T-shirt on, and he's just babbling.
That's great.
Anyway, where were we? Okay, yeah, today is like gridlock all over Manhattan. That's where we're at.
Yeah, because...
And I was worried about you. I didn't think you were going to make it in today. They're pretty much warning people, just stay home today.
So it's going to be one of the worst driving days ever in Manhattan.
In New York City history, because you got the president in town. And what is the UN thing all about?
They're having their big pat each other on the back convention that they do every year. All the world leaders come here. All the world leaders are in New York.
It's a great day to be here.
Any day.
If anything is going to happen, it's going to happen today.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be just a great thing for terrorists to attack? And it's New York City, where on a good day, it stinks to drive in here. It's awful. For people that work in New York City, it's just horrible. And then they bring in these world leaders. You see all the limos and the black cars out there?
Oh, yeah.
Which are a nightmare anyway. Those drivers stink. And now they're all over the street. There's gridlock, where people are pulled in the middle of the intersection. The light turns green for you. You're not going anywhere because some idiot decided he's going to try to make the yellow light when he's got nowhere to go. So he sits in the middle of the intersection. You're sitting there now. You got a green light, so you got to beep at him. You just want to broadside him. You want to weld a piece of railroad track on the front of your vehicle and just broadside him and watch his brown terrorist head smash through the passenger window. Whoa.
Jesus.
They should put the United Nations...
You have no idea, Bob.
In
Anthony
Iowa.
hates driving.
Why don't they put the UN in Iowa? They don't care. It's you got to take a plane there anyway from Europe, right?
Sure, why not?
So take Iowa. There's nothing going on in Iowa.
They're closing down most of the east side so these guys can get around.
And they go, oh, the FDR is going to be closed today from 1 to 5 or something like that. Oh, that's all. Just the FDR? Just the main travel route on the east side of Manhattan? That's it, right?
Manhattan.
So you got Manhattan.
Manhattan.
So now you got to get off of that and now go on the streets that have lights every 10 feet. Yeah. Instead of a highway that everybody uses.
And even with that road open, it's just a nightmare to drive around.
That's what I'm saying. On a good day, it's a nightmare.
So now all those
Today,
cars have to be
about
on the side streets. Right, exactly.
So I make my escape. You might actually hear the last hour of this show me calling from my OnStar system on my Escalade.
That's not a bad idea. We should do that today.
My Escalade.
I call it the Escalade.
Oh, sometimes you can be hilarious.
Love it. Pull the Escalade around.
You really have an Escalade?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm Italian. It's the law.
Gotta have a Caddo.
I got the black ones, of course.
Really?
Black Escalade.
Good for you.
The brothers. That's why I drive in early in the morning and I stop at a light. I look around because the brothers love Jack and the Escalade. Love it.
Oh, you know that
Very
retro
careful.
thing.
Oh, back to Bartlett.
But the people of Verizon should know that this guy, Clay, Muneton, he works he's a retail sales representative at the Verizon store on Steinway Street there, across from the parking lot or what the hell it is.
And he's a keeper.
Oh, the kid is great.
Keeper.
Did he buy an acre out of the
No,
land?
he just...
All right, I thought they were going back to him.
Imus is always on the brink of just losing his train of thought. He's constantly, like, almost breaking down every minute, so he's got to end it with some stupid shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Some crap.
And then he figures it out last second.
Last second,
he gets it all together.
Pulls it all together and can actually do it. I'd love to see him try to read to inner city school children. Cat in a Hat had a some stupid hat deal. Something. Yeah.
It's like in the 80s.
Well, because I'm always hammering somebody here. I mean,
There you go.
I spend 4 hours a day bludgeoning people, and I just wanted the people of Verizon to know.
It's constantly on the brink.
I guess we'll have the guys pull some of the good audio. Is that up on opieandanthony.com yet? No? Okay. Anyway, speaking of the traffic and the UN and all that, when Bob and I were walking home the other day, we were walking together for a couple blocks.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, all hell broke loose. The sirens are just, flailing, and you got cop cars and SUVs and limos and town cars, and they just come flying by us right through all the red lights. So
they had
someone
guns, though. I mean, literally, the windows open, showing you I have fucking guns.
That's what I was getting at, Bob.
Nice.
That was the
big
punchline.
climax of the story.
The climax of the story was, yes, as this whole mess was flying by, all of a sudden this SUV with the windows down. Then, you had a Secret Service woman. You could tell she was Secret Service, just staring at, the pedestrians.
It was actually
on the sidewalk.
Sandra Bullock.
and then in the back seat, you had these guys just armed with, I don't know, the heavy-duty stuff, Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mac Daddy
The ones
weapons.
with the little pole, instead of that little pole with a thing for your
shoulder
armpit.
stock that pulls out.
Yeah, it
so they
pulls
can hide
out.
it in their jacket.
Yeah, that
rip
one.
it out and start letting loose. Slinging lead.
Yeah.
There you have it.
They stare you right down now, those son of a bitches.
Yeah, let's say hi to Dan in Miami. Dan, what's up?
Hey, I just moved down here, and you got these people on this oldie station, 105.9, that I'm listening to, and guess what they're doing? Is this gay? I'm like, didn't I just hear this? And it's two guys and this one girl, and the girl is and I never paid attention to that till you guys were nice enough to point it out to me. This girl, I would rather drive an ice pick into my fucking temple than listen to this girl. She's the most annoying bitch.
Oh, a hole. Yeah, it's
Radio.
just called The Hole, sir.
Man,
That's what any girl in radio is called, The Hole.
We really turned a lot of people onto the whole concept. Ooh. I actually now search out other radio shows just so I could hear the whole. And
You
laugh.
gotta hear the whole.
And then you laugh uncontrollably because you realize, wow, she has absolutely nothing to add to the program.
Would I be the whole today?
You today are the whole.
Guys.
You certainly are the whole.
Oh,
It's got to be difficult to get acclimated to the show. Jimmy Norton is usually there on a daily basis.
And he's brilliant every day.
Big shoes to fill.
And, of course.
Well, one
of course.
shoe.
One
One
shoe.
shoe
One
is huge.
Big puppy padded arthritic shoe.
One
thing.
shoe and a foot thing for his foot.
A foot thing for his foot. Lest you be confused where it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
So anyway,
Well,
Bob
I
Kelly.
was just about to. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Well, Bob is here.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the hole that they want us to work with while Jim is gone. So, yeah. To
You know,
too.
Marilyn Monroe was a size 14.
But we're not talking about Marilyn
Uh-huh.
Monroe. We got Bob Kelly
Now,
here sitting
hold
in
on.
for Jimmy.
You're
No!
gonna get us all in trouble.
This is what a hole sounds like.
That's exactly what she sounds like.
Well, you get your mind out of the gutter.
You can pick any morning show
No,
that has a
that's not
hole,
right.
and this is what happens.
Formula.
The
It's
men
a
will be doing the
formula.
heavy lifting, talking about stuff, and the hole will just be doing this in
You
the
guys have to
background.
Stop.
You know?
That's exactly what
Thank
she
you.
sounds like.
We so Bob comes in.
Yeah.
And he's sitting in for Jimmy. But you gotta, there's some, it looks very free form and like we're not doing it, especially before the show. But you gotta understand something. You're a little too talkative in the office. A little too talkative.
Oh, in the
You're
office.
a
this
chatty
morning.
little Kathy.
Was
in the office.
I probably said 5 words.
Five too
a
many.
lot.
You know
I
what we
think-
say? We all go, hey, what's up? Good morning. And then we sink into our newspapers, our zones. Another
Basically,
thing.
we're getting another hour of sleep.
Yeah.
From 6 to
Yeah,
7.
that's pretty much what it is. We just go into our newspapers. Occasionally it's like, hey, you see this asshole on page 5? Something like that. We really don't need to pop in RobertKellyLive.com.
What was it?
Is that the website?
What was it?
Is it RobertKellyLive.com?
Oh, my brand new website
Right,
that
your
just
brand
came
new
out
website.
this morning.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
You sat down on the
Robert-
couch and
And the
Robert
first
Kelly
thing he
Live.
does, we're not even on the air yet, is plugs his website to us. We're trolling for material, and we're supposed to go to the web and now look at Bob Kelly's website. No!
Guys, Anthony, I was
Jimmy doesn't do that.
Jimmy usually just bitches about something that
Right.
happened to him.
You have to walk in and complain. Fucking savages. I hate deli owners. Yeah, something like that. Make us feel at home, like Jimmy's still here.
I thought you guys just didn't like me.
But no,
I really
no.
was yapping a lot.
But-
I was like,
Bob sits down and he's like, hey, you going to Dane Friday?
Right.
I don't give a shit. What? I said, and then I go, what, Rolling Stones Friday? Why? I wasn't listening.
And then he's handing out bathrobes. I'm like, all right, will you
I'm
just sit
trying.
down?
Hey, you know Frosty, right?
Yeah, we know Frosty.
Hey, he's got bathrobes. He got Yankee bathrobes. Yeah, I got one. You see these?
It's $1 million idea. We get it, Bob. Shut up.
10 minutes to showtime. 10 minutes to curtain. I'm reading. I'm reading. We're on.
He has a fucking trash.
Try not to trip me up with those big feet of yours.
And then you say what everyone says. They walk in the office. Man, this is early. I don't know how you guys do this.
Yeah, we said that.
Yeah, we haven't heard that one before, Bob.
I wrote that one down on the way here in the cab.
We were saying that every day, Bob, a year ago.
Exactly. He's probably walking down the sidewalk trying to think how he could fit in. Wow, guys, I don't know how you do this every morning.
It's early.
Yeah,
early.
Bob. Yeah.
I love how that when you get a mic in front of both of you, you just become really honest like a crystal ball. But if you're not on a mic, you just clam up like two L.A. fat chicks.
We are
just fucking pussy. You guys like, hey, Bob, yeah, maybe I might go. Hey, I'll check out that website. Sure. And in your head, you're like, this fucking moron.
Oh, the whole time in my head.
Here's my address for my robe. Thank you.
Hey, dude, that's a good idea.
I do want the robe.
I might go to Dane. What time's the show?
Hey, what time is it? I'll meet you there.
Get on the air. What a shithead you are.
Don't even ask me, you tool.
And then I go to Bob. Did he prepare anything for the show today? Exactly. Exactly.
You'll get nothing and like it.
I like you'll fit in with us, trust me. So.
Yeah.
Prepare. You have a whole gaggle of guys around
There are
here.
a lot of guys running around like madmen.
There's a lot of guys with 2-button shirts and dirty jeans running around here.
Yep.
I thought that they might
make
be
us
doing
look
stuff.
very, very good.
Getting us
on a daily
material,
basis,
sound clips.
So Norton's going to be in L.A. for what, 2.5 weeks this time around?
3 weeks. Yeah.
3 weeks?
Yeah.
So we're going to have Bob Kelly and a bunch of others sitting in that seat in the next couple of weeks. So
yeah.
I think Bill Burr's going to be in tomorrow and Friday.
Cool.
We have Bob Kelly today. And that's how it's going to be.
Right.
And during that period, Jimmy will be checking in a lot. So don't you worry if you're a Jim Norton fan, okay?
God bless Jimmy.
God bless Jimmy. He's going to do
People
great
miss
out there
him.
in L.A. All right? Hey, what's going on with the WOW girls? We got to get that going on.
We were just looking at, and it is Whip 'em Out Wednesday, we were just looking at the new Rate My Wows before the show.
Another website that Steve runs.
Yeah, I hadn't
Should we
I hadn't
get
looked
Steve
in a
in
while.
here?
Oh,
Let's get
Why
Martini Steve in here.
why not?
I haven't looked at Rate My WOW in a while.
Yeah, it's up there, and I didn't look at it, so Opie was trolling it, and I figured I'd take a look.
There's a reason I haven't looked at it in a while. Let's just put it that way.
Well, I was looking at the new, because I see there's a whole bunch of different ways you can enjoy Rate My Wow.
Steve, you should... Oh, there he is. You should change the name of this website to Rate My Yikes!
Why are there some...
Here comes Steve. Hey, Steve.
Hey, man. What's bad?
Well, if you go to
Wow.
the highest rated wows,
Sure.
that's pretty enjoyable.
RateMyWow.com.
There's
Yeah,
some
sure.
nice wows on
You
there.
got a couple
Actually,
girls
the
making
first
out.
picture, 2 girls.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Wow.
Look at
People can vote, and
That girl on the right has kind of a Carmen Electra about her.
she certainly does. That's
Very, very nice.
I think Joey Silvera sent us those from a set of a porn shoot.
Very, very nice. Oh, that's
people
why.
we deal with.
See, stupid me, I'm thinking, wow, we have listeners that look like that?
Slow down.
Well, the guy that's directing the video looks like that, and he can tell them to hold the sign up.
Yeah.
But
then you go to maybe lowest rated wows.
yeah.
This could
Now,
There's a picture of me with my tits out.
we wish.
That would be an improvement.
Is it worse?
Look at
Oh
this
my
one.
God,
Yeah,
look at the first one.
first one is probably the worst set of tits
Oh, my God.
I've
UFO.
ever seen in my life.
I can't. It looks like moose noses.
It looks like, it looks like 2 moose were sharing some pudding.
That would be Mises.
Mises.
Yes.
With these nipples that
You know,
are
it's taken those guys are watching
distorted.
it a long time to decide if they want to give Judge Roberts the job or not, Opie. I guess part of the reason for that is because it's not just for the Supreme Court gig, it's for the big chair, the Chief Justice, which would be like an intern applying for a position on your radio program and thinking he was going to sit where you are, Opie. I don't know of any other job where you apply for the top spot right off the bat. Like you fill out an application for busboy at Denny's, and next day you're President of the United States. I mean, what are the chances that'll ever happen? Again. You'd think Judge Roberts would at least have to work his way up through the mailroom or something and then get promoted later. I wonder how the other justices must feel with this game show host-looking guy cutting in line like that. Clarence Thomas thinks it's racism. Ruth Bader Ginsburg thinks it's sexism. And Tony Scalia thinks somebody's gonna be sleeping with the fishes. Funny how I know about all those guys, huh?
Yeah.
You know why?
No.
Because it's a high court. Highest in the country. And they're so slow making their decisions, they just gotta be smoking some Chiba. I know I have. And the way I figure it, if Judge Roberts gets in, he'll be in there for a long time, because he's like 50 years old, which makes him the youngest Chief Justice in 200 years, which I guess was almost as old as Chief Justice Rehnquist was.
Well,
although he didn't look half as old as you do, Opie. What happened to you, man? And what's with that cowboy hat? You look almost as stupid as Imus.
28 after the hour. Craig Crawford with his new book, Attack the Messenger.
Holy crap. Imus is like hooking us up today. Major exposure for the show on MSNBC. Imus is, he has what, Rob Bartlett playing Brian Wilson, but he has an Opie and Anthony XM Satellite Radio t-shirt on, one of the ones my brother made. All right, anyway, back to RateMyWow.com. We're in the section called Lowest Rated Wow.
Oh, we weren't going to put that section up. Initially, when Jeff and I put this up, we only wanted to expose the flattering ones. And we got a flurry of email from the O&A fans saying, no, dude, you've got to put up the awful ones, too.
The last tits look like the Red Sox logo.
Where?
The two little socks. The first one?
Yeah.
Does it look like the Red Sox logo?
The two socks?
Yeah.
Look yeah, that's pretty good, bro.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God. Look at the fourth one across the top.
All right, let's check out the fourth one.
Similar. A lot of people hitting the site. That's all right.
Of course
Still
they are.
coming through.
Oh. Let's see. Well,
God.
they want to play along, Anthony. Holy crap.
How do you take your clothes off? How do you take your clothes off
I just don't
and
understand
look at that?
how the nipples... What is she up? What is she doing?
Where'd they go, right?
How did they get down there?
Look how low they are.
How did your tits grow, like, downwards, like cones?
That is awful. Oh, this one's really bad, too. Okay.
Which one?
The second row from the bottom, all the way to the left.
All the way to the left. The second row.
Oh, sorry.
Fan. Again.
Those aren't that bad.
Those are horrific.
I don't think those are that bad.
Look at where the nips are. Stop it.
Well, the nippels look like they were made in a basement, but the tits aren't that bad. I've seen worse tits.
That's too much.
That's
on
too much. The last two pictures we showed. That's the only place you're going to see worse tits.
That's too much cleavage. Way too much cleavage.
Those aren't that bad. I didn't mind those. I don't like little tiny ones with the nipples bigger than the tit.
There's a woman up there that has absolutely no boobs showing them on RateMyWow.com. I mean, there's flat, and then there's something called... There's nothing.
Was it the redhead with the awful belly button?
I think she made... go to Most Recent.
Yeah, she's in the new...
Most Recent Wows. She could, basically put her hair in pigtails and play, 14 or so.
No.
She's one of those girls. Yeah, she could. Where is she?
It's coming.
Things
getting pegged, I think.
Yeah, we're getting...
oh, wait, there it is.
Let's see.
That is some awful tits. This girl's her
Right
nipples look like burnt hotcakes.
It does look like she's holding up 2 cupcakes.
Left on the griddle too long.
Yeah. Someone smashed burnt pancakes on her chest.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, the site's just getting killed.
I think I know.
Well, it's good to know we have listeners. RateMyWow.com, another site that Steve runs. The Gamma O girls are stuck in traffic. Thank you, Ben.
Of course they are.
We'll be here by 8 o'clock. Come on. I'm waiting for this picture to load. Did it load for you, Ant?
No, I'm still
there it is. Look, I got it on my
at the
screen.
heinous ones. Oh, there she is.
She has absolutely no...
Wow, that is no boobage.
Tissue up there.
I think I know who this chick is. This is,
really?
Brandon sent us this picture after he got done dropping a batch on her face.
Oh, what was she in a Slap Happy? Or?
She was in one of his, I think it's one of his latest in his Baker's Dozen series.
Baker's Dozen?
Baker's Dozen.
That's wonderful.
Where he goes and gets 12 guys to just bukkake a girl, and I think she was one of the victims.
On the face.
She looks familiar.
Yeah.
I think I saw that one. Really do.
Really? Well, do we have our listeners sending in the WoW
Yeah,
shows?
plenty of them.
Or is it all just porn stars from L.A.?
No. The porn stars from L.A. are the ones you're going to see in the highest rated ones.
Yeah, they help us out. They spice up the
Yeah,
whole
but there's
Rate My
actually
Wow
there's
site.
one girl, I don't know where she's from, but this one, That's definitely a listener. She sends in pictures all the time.
What was that?
She's got massive boobies.
Yeah, she's got nice.
It looks like my mother.
That chick. That's not even a chick. That looks like Joey Buttafuoco.
And more girls are starting to show their faces in these shots, which is cool.
Yeah, right on. All right.
Yeah, I don't like the porn chicks. I like the regular chicks. If I know it's a porn chick, it takes it all out of it.
Okay, we got a very busy show. We're going to take our first break. Bob Kelly sitting in for Jim Norton today. We got the girls from Gamma O handing out WOW stickers all over New York City, helping us out with our Whip 'em Out Wednesday promotion. It's an ongoing thing. It's going to happen all year long. It's WOW. Basically, you get a WOW in your car. If the girls see that, a lot of them out there will flash you as they drive by you, okay? It has worked like a charm. If you need a WOW sticker, send in a self-addressed stamped envelope. The address is up on opieandanthony.com. We get hundreds of envelopes every single day.
Don't get impatient. It's like fishing.
That's right.
Yeah, you just put the pole in the water there, and you never know what's going to happen.
All right. Also, Otto and George in studio at 8:30.
Ooh.
A cock.
Harry Reams in studio at 8:30.
Harry Reams is coming in?
The Harry Reams.
Harry Reams.
Legendary porn star, yes.
The
Harry
guy from...
I won't know him until I see his balls.
From Deep Throat.
Oh, he's the Deep Throat guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Derek just actually performed the mime Deep Throat to remind me what the name was.
That's kind of disturbing.
Is that the guy with the mustache?
Didn't they
back then, in the
70s? They all had mustaches.
Oh, that porno chick from the 70s, the one with the hairy muff. Yeah, that was her. Yeah, he had the big 70s porno mustache.
Right.
It was the 70s, and he was in porno. Wow, that's a real star.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to talk about Deep Throat again.
How did he get away with not getting the AIDS?
We'll have to ask
Any
him.
of those 70s guys get away with
Hey,
that?
how'd you not get the AIDS? How'd you not die of AIDS?
We'll have to ask him.
Ask him that.
Is he the one doing that reality show, too?
Which one?
I don't know.
You want to mime that one there, Derek?
Steve would, maybe Steve would know. It's like, Steve! Yeah.
I love that.
You don't have to land.
Yeah,
just tell it.
Sure.
This is a quick flyby.
What's
Harry Reams, does he do a reality show with his family? Is he the one?
No, Harry Reams is not. It's you're thinking about Seymour Butts does Family Business.
Of course, see?
That's on
Seymour
that show.
Butts,
Yeah.
Harry Reams.
Same shit.
Well, Seymour Butts is 20 years younger than Harry Reams, I think. So.
Of course he is. Well, how do you know this shit?
I know these things. I just fascinating.
All right, you're making us all dizzy.
All right,
We're trying to follow you.
Okay, I'm going.
You're making circles above us. There you go. Bye, Steve.
This hybrid car.
It's nice. I like that color. It's a good color.
You see the? It's either a Fuji or a Nokia blimp.
Yeah, the Fuji blimp.
It is Fuji, right?
Yeah.
You know what that's for? I thought there was a sporting event happening. That's the NYPD.
Really?
Yeah, keeping an eye on things today.
Watching things?
Keeping an eye on things yesterday. Just a little blimp flying overhead all day long. Just taking a look. Taking a peek.
Yeah,
They came. I was in the Verizon store. I came in Monday. I went into the Verizon store up the street.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the whole store was taken over by those guys. They
Really?
just open the door. They line up at the door, 3 of them. They all have these little buttons or something. They intimidate the hell out of everybody in the store.
Were they like Secret Service or something?
Yeah, they're like
Security?
Secret Service. They all come in, and then a few more guys come in, and they kind of surrounded the whole inside of the store. And then these 3 dudes walked in the middle of everybody, and they just surrounded them. And I just left. I was like, I don't know who this guy is.
There's about 120 world leaders around. Each one of them have their own security force.
Right.
And the NYPD is out there. And what happened to these two?
Dude, I thought this was like an SNL skit. I swear to God, I thought this was fake.
Hero father saves
Good Morning
daughter
America.
when Grizzlies
Are we
attack.
taping this? If we're taping this, make sure Travis brings this in.
Yeah.
Hero father saves daughter. Yeah, when Grizzlies attack. Didn't it look like an SNL skit?
It certainly did. The guy's got laying down in some kind of lay-down gurney wheelchair thing. He's got a patch over his eye. One of those I broke my neck halos on his head.
Right.
His daughter's next to him, all patched up with a sling, and she's in a wheelchair.
He's got fresh bandages that look like they're still bleeding.
Yeah.
I really looked up and thought they were selling some old SNL tape or, I don't know, something.
Yeah.
Or I thought it might have been Imus doing a parody, whatever. But it's Good Morning America talking to these 2 that got attacked by a grizzly bear.
Did you see that movie, The Grizzly Man?
You saw it?
No. I asked you if you saw it.
I did see it.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
Somebody was telling me that's retarded, though, that dumb guy.
But they're pissed
Hanging
off
out with
that
Grizzlies.
they didn't play the audio of him actually getting killed by the grizzly.
Oh, they don't do that?
No.
It would have been the best part of the movie.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Basically, yeah, this guy that was filming grizzlies every summer, he finally gets eaten by one.
I said no photograph.
Because he stayed too long.
But he was psychotic, though. He thought he could talk to the grizzly bears, right?
Well, what happened was he usually would leave at a certain time because what happens, the bears he really knew would start hibernating if you really need to know the story.
Yes.
It's still dangerous, obviously, but these bears would leave and start hibernating, and there would be other bears that would take the place of these friendlier bears.
Oh.
And they were a little more surly.
They're surly.
And one of these surly bears got him as the camera was rolling.
He was under the impression that...
Ate him and his girlfriend.
He was the bear's friends.
Yeah, he was definitely...
He thought he had some connection with the bears.
Right.
And, it's all well and fine when they're being nice to you, but the second they turn around and try to bite you, there's no reasoning with them. There's no chatting with the bear.
It's the same. It's the same. They do that all the time with animals. They're fine. Like the shark, you can stand right here and nothing will happen. They won't. Then he gets his calf bitten off.
99 out of 100 times, they're going to leave you alone. And then you get a Siegfried and Roy.
Yeah.
Where the lion will go and grab you by the throat and shake you around a little because that's what they do.
Like a toy.
Yeah.
What pisses me off is, all right, this grizzly bear that attacked these people on Good Morning America. Right now, I'm sure they're hunting for this grizzly bear, and now they have to kill the grizzly bear for doing exactly what a grizzly bear is supposed to do.
Tasted human blood. We must kill it.
But I don't know. I have a theory about the grizzly man guy. You know,
he was gay.
Well, they kind of hinted to that in the movie.
Oh, really?
But he was getting eaten alive, and his girlfriend's taking a frying pan and just slamming it over the bear's head, and he's just screaming, "Save yourself! Save yourself! Leave! Leave! Leave!" And it turns out the grizzly bear not only ate him, but ate her as well.
Ate his girlfriend too.
Oh yeah.
Why didn't you just leave?
Could you imagine being eaten alive by a grizzly bear?
I guess you're thinking, you feel a little guilty if you leave.
Here's my theory on the grizzly guy, and I was waiting for more people to see the movie. He was getting some fame because he was doing this every summer. Okay, he even ended up on Letterman. He was getting a name for himself, and he went out to L.A. to be an actor to begin with. Supposedly, he lost the part of Woody in Cheers. What was Woody Harrelson's character?
Yeah,
whatever. He was supposed. He tried out for Woody Harrelson's role in.
His name
Cheers.
was Woody.
It was
Cheers.
right.
It was Woody.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he was a failed actor basically, and then he went off and started doing this type of thing. And I think deep down he still wanted to be famous. He started getting that fame. He was on Letterman, and that fame sort of went away because in the end, no one gives a fuck that you're out there with the Bears filming them every summer. He would go to schools and talk and show his latest footage, and after a while, I was like, yeah, whatever, dude. Cool.
So it was more about him getting famous than it was any real research
And I'm thinking, then the psychosis is kicking in. He's not getting the fame. He's not getting the attention and the exposure that he used to get. And I think he started taking some major chances at the end and thinking, I hate my miserable life. Maybe this is the way I'll go out and I'll be known as Grizzly Guy that got eaten by the Bears.
Suicidal.
That's what I'm starting to think.
You think he killed himself? He got eaten by a bear?
Suicide by bear. That's rough,
PR?
Man.
The guy was
that rough?
The guy was, he was crazy, but he was also a smart guy. He did this for many, many years, and he decided this one summer to stay, knowing that these other bears were going to start moving in.
I thought he missed his flight or something happened that he had to stay.
I don't know. I know because they have footage of him. He just decided. No, he left, and I think he came back actually.
So you think your theory is that he kind of nothing's going down. Let me get a
little more exposure. Maybe he wasn't planning to kill himself, but maybe at least get some aggressive footage or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Get something good. Get the money shot.
Get something good where he can come back to the States and go, look what almost happened to me. Here I am in a tree as this bear is clawing at my my thigh.
Was he yelling cut? Cut?
Yeah. But it was a documentary, and they have the actual audio of him getting eaten alive. And I'm thinking you got to go there.
You have to.
You got to go there.
Absolutely.
People know when that you're going to see some sick shit when you see some of these documentaries.
And they didn't even let you hear it. They put a little text up on the screen.
One of the many women that he was kind of seeing here and there, old girlfriends and stuff, they had her listen to the audio.
Nice.
And they filmed her listen to the audio, and she's just losing her mind. That was the closest they got. And then the guy who was the announcer in the film dramatically pushes stop, takes the tape out and hands it to her and goes, something like, you really need to just destroy that.
Destroy that? The guy from Cheaters?
You really need to just get rid of this.
Sounds like the guy from Cheaters. You ever see that guy?
Yeah.
This is what he was doing. They were holding hands.
Right.
And then they were in a parking lot. I don't know if you want to see this, but here it goes.
Yeah.
They hugged.
I was into that Cheater show for like a moment, and then...
He got stabbed. The guy got stabbed on a boat.
Oh, he did get stabbed. That fucks up my theory, because I thought a lot of that shit was set up. But you're right, I forgot about that.
Oh, he got a nice knife right to his gut.
I forgot about that. You're right.
It's just desserts, the rat.
He's on the thing, but he's still dramatic. There's a knife in my gut. Oh, did you see the footage?
Sure, you want to see this?
You have to go there. You got to show the.
Yeah, you got to show that. You got to be able to hear that. I mean,
hear
it's like September 11th. If they didn't show the footage of the planes, you wouldn't get I get the same effect every time like it happened yesterday. When I see that plane, I'm like, fucking dirty Arabs.
I think you're hoping it just veers off or something, and it never does.
Yeah, right.
The same end result.
Yeah, well, Anthony was talking about the memorial in the fields of Pennsylvania.
Oh, this is infuriating. I was trying to read the paper this morning while Bob Kelly was babbling incessantly about his website, RobertKellyLive.com.
Brand new.
Stupid robes.
Some people are checking in and saying, God damn, his website yaps as much as he does.
It really
go
does.
there, it starts talking to you.
No, if you roll over stuff, like the MySpace button, it goes, MySpace.
I get
one of those annoying websites that yap at you.
If you type on the email contact, it has a little baby going, Dear Robert, I think you're hilarious. But
stop selling it with the fake laugh.
I swear to God, it's great. It's fucking good site. And then the links goes, links.
Were you all proud and happy when you checked out the website for the first time?
Yeah.
Thinking, wow, look at this. The little kid sounds good.
It's a good one.
Let me check the MySpace button. Click. It works.
Go ahead, Anthony.
I'm going through the paper, and I see this article on the memorial down at the World Trade Center site and all the controversy that's going on down there.
Was it past the tiny item saying that 80 died in Iraq yesterday?
That was another thing, yeah. There was a little postage stamp story on page 14 that said 80 people killed in bombing in Iraq. And it's like, that's a pretty huge story. But we really don't care. We don't, and I'm just as guilty. I thumbed past it, gave it a quick look before I really started thinking about it. Who cares? Boom, boom, paged right past it. 80 people dead. That's 80 families that are just grieving like maniacs right now. It's a bombing that killed it. We have soldiers over there, and 80 people dead. Page 14, postage stamp. Because we just don't care. It's far away. If one person here died in a bombing, it would be a big story.
Front page.
Front page.
Sure.
80 people. And this is on the heels of, this past week, I don't know how many have died, but you read all the time. 50 here, there's 25 there, 75 dead, blown up. We just don't care.
But they were Iraqi people.
Right, and that's why we don't care.
It was 80 people. That's one family. They wiped out one house in Iraq. Who gives a shit?
One carload.
It was
one dude and 8 wives.
80 Iraqis. The front of the New York Post today. Katrina killers, senior home owners jailed in 34 deaths.
Yeah.
So 34 deaths of old people, much more important than 80 Iraqis.
But it wouldn't have been as important as maybe bombing of 3 white people.
3 very healthy, young white people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
That's huge.
So 34 old people trump 80 probably healthy Iraqis.
We are absolutely like this. As human beings, as Americans, I guess. There is a bias one way. Of course, when you see that. You ever see when kids disappear? When you have a little blonde girl that disappears, it is all over the news. Front page, they're looking for this kid. You know how many black kids disappear on a daily basis and you just never hear of them? It never makes the news. Why is that?
They're black?
I understand.
They're harder to find in the dark?
Yeah, you can only look for them half the day.
Who wants to go to those neighborhoods and search?
Jesus.
There is definitely a bias there in the news, because the news splashes the young white children all over the news when they're missing.
Well, I know we're jumping all over the place, but you make a really good point.
It's all like tied together with.
It's going to tie together to what we started with. Because now you brought up something else that I got to go to here.
This story.
What do you have to do to get on the front page of the New York papers?
Apparently not that.
We know all you have to do is have a couple have sex at St. Pat's Cathedral, and bam, you'll get all the front pages you want. But this black guy, this story made page 12. This story should be
12.
This story should be on the front page of every paper in America. Listen to this: man on fire leaps off the Tappan Zee Bridge and lives, and his pal's killed.
Yeah.
Basically, they're on the bridge. A man engulfed in flames leaped 50 feet from the Tappan Zee Bridge yesterday to escape a fiery, fatal car wreck, and miraculously survived after being pulled from the Hudson River.
Yeah.
All right? The accident, which shut the bridge for hours, snarling evening rush hour traffic, killed the driver of a disabled car that was rear-ended by a big rig, sparking an explosion. Big rig hits this car, goes
Boom.
up in flames. There's two guys in the car. One guy's trapped. The other guy gets out. He's engulfed.
On fire.
He's on fire. He's like, holy fuck, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Who has a fire extinguisher in their car? So he decides, wait a minute, I'm on a bridge, there's water below.
A lot of water.
I'll take my chances. He jumps 50 feet. He survives the jump. The fire is put out.
Yeah.
Now he's just hanging out in the river waiting for someone to rescue him as he's floating down the river. The workers rescue him. Boom, page 12.
Now he's in the hospital. He's alive. Page 12.
Page 12!
This guy's face should be on the front page. Wow, that is some... Is that quick thinking or just reflex?
It's Scratch and Win is on the front page.
Yeah, I think
it's up to 250,000.
That's just, to answer your question, that's just reflex, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're like, oh my God, I'm on fire, I see water, I don't give a fuck how far down that is.
Yeah,
He's
lucky he wasn't mid-span on the Tappan Zee. You know how high that bridge is.
Oh, yeah.
He was down at the end, I think, when it starts getting where you just have those cement little things holding the bridge up.
He jumped off, and then they looked over, and he was like, can you dig it? I knew that you could.
And then he went, ta-da! The aristocrat. I find it hard to dig up sympathy for that car. Because you know how much traffic there probably was with that disabled car sitting there? And I've seen it before, and I've said, I hope they get hit by a tractor trailer.
And they're burning.
They go on fire and have to jump.
You probably drive by and go, good, okay, I can't. That's fine.
Good.
He's burnt up. You see a little brown skull.
A great quote. Who jumps that far on fire and is still alive?
Yeah.
That was one of the guys that rescued him. Jimmy Curran was a hero yesterday. But it's a black guy, so
yeah.
Page 12 is good enough for that story.
Not as important.
Not as important. Like, what paper was this again? Was it the Post or the Daily News?
It must have been the Daily. Yeah. It was the Daily.
You sure?
Yeah, I just looked at the Post. What'd you say, to page 12?
Yeah, hold on a second.
That's a huge story.
Let's see. Yeah, it was page 12. So what was important to be on page 1?
Well, the Democratic runoff for the mayor
in New York City.
Somebody threw a Yorkie Terrier out a 6th floor window.
That's great.
Your little Yorkie died, but it was owned by a white guy.
That's a good one.
Yeah, we'll get to that story in a little while. And Donald Trump was talking at some kind of I don't know. He lectured about how real estate is good. That made page 3. All right. Anyway.
Yeah.
So getting back to the Iraqis, 80 died. That's deep in the paper.
Yes.
You got the 34 old people that died because the owners decided to not accept the buses that the city offered them or something to evacuate them.
Yeah, they were given plenty of time to...
They just thought it was too much of a hassle.
Yeah. Yeah, too much of a pain in the ass. That's a hurricane. Where are we going to get all these people out of here and then have to bus them back in?
What a pain in the ass.
Screw it. It's just going to be a little rain and wind.
Yeah, we don't need buses. We'll just throw up some paneling. We'll be fine.
Yeah, that's all. Everything will be fine.
And then they fled, and 34 of their oldies there, they died.
Charges.
They're dead?
Dead.
Should have told them they were going to New Hampshire to see foliage, the leaves. We're going to New Hampshire. We're going to go see the leaves change. Get on the bus, you son of a bitch.
Well, they died horrid deaths. in this old folks' home.
Just a bunch of whining. You know, the wind's whistling through the window. Oh, my God.
It's so chilly in here.
What the hell is going on?
It's chilly and damp.
Burgess, shut the window.
There were old people trying to pile tables up against the windows to keep the water and wind out. One old guy, they found him wrapped in a shower curtain. That was going to do it. Really, they died horrid deaths. Some of them laying on their beds when the water just came up and drowned them.
Jesus.
They couldn't move. And this couple that owns the place just hightailed it out of there. And now, one day you're in charge at an old folks' home. You never think anything could really happen that's going to send you to prison. And then the next, there you are, up on 34 counts of murder. I don't think it'll stick, to tell you the truth. That's a real tough case right there. They can say that their own lives were in danger and blah, blah, blah. I think they're fine. But they're white people.
That's right.
They are white people, and a lot of the people in their care were black people.
That looks like the same person on the front. Just looks like the guy in drag.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's like, well, you nailed it. Very good.
It's kind of weird, right?
So getting back to the memorial in Pennsylvania as we wrap this all up here.
Well, there was an
Holy
article.
Crap, now
you showed your face.
Why are they showing our website? What is he doing today?
That's very nice of
Imus is pretty much giving us a huge commercial today on MSNBC. Now they were going to commercial, and they had a shot of a computer screen, and it was the Opie and Anthony website, opieandanthony.com. That is fucked up, man.
That is weird, right?
He is a friend. I met him a couple of years ago, and we just hit it off. So.
Was it that long ago already?
Yeah. Was it? No, year and a half ago, I guess.
The I-Man.
I guess it was a year and a half. You're right.
And, I was reading about the memorial. You know, they have all these problems at the World Trade Center site with the memorial because a lot of people are getting their paws involved. What should be there is a memorial to the people that died there. That's it. A big memorial to the fire, police, and the people in the building. I know the fire department wants some type of separate recognition for the firemen. Absolutely. I think they should get that. There should be a few memorials down there for the people that died that day. What they want to do, and what a lot of these liberal groups that are coming in there and interest groups that want to have their hands in this memorial, is make it the big picture memorial. They want to put something there that identifies the plight of everybody fighting for their freedom, including American Indians, Tibetan monks, African Americans. So they want to put this huge thing, this museum for peace, down at the Trade Center site as a tribute and memorial to the people that died down there. How?
Muslims, too. It's probably something with Muslims.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why can't you just pay tribute to people that lost their lives there that day? And the heroes that gave their lives trying to save other people as they did their job, the fire department, police.
Because we have to include everybody now.
Right.
That's
because
the world we live
everyone's got to get their hands in there. All these interest groups feel that they're entitled. There's this entitlement that goes on. So now that's up in the air. What they did do is they went ahead with this tribute, this memorial down in Pennsylvania, where the flight, what was it, 93 went down. What they decided on was something called the Crescent Embrace. It's these red maples in the shape of a crescent, which is...
A croissant or a crescent?
A crescent.
What's that?
It's a crescent, like a crescent moon.
Oh, okay, I get you.
Which is the symbol, like the cross is the symbol of Catholics and Christians. This is the symbol for Muslims, the crescent. The guy that designed it said it's there as a tribute and as something to heal, as a healing tribute. Why put it? To me, when I read that, to me that is like having a swastika at a Holocaust memorial as a healing thing. Why on earth would you put the symbol of the hijackers, the people that killed all those people, and have that as the predominant symbol? Not even predominant, just anything. That shouldn't be involved. But because these people get involved, Teresa Heinz and her organization put $500,000 toward this thing. She's ultra-left. Her organization, ultra-left. And instead of just doing what they should do, these should be, as the article said, war memorials. We were attacked. People died, gave their lives. It should be like a World War II memorial, Korean War memorial, just a memorial to the people that gave their lives. It should, when you see it, conjure up anger, bad memories, tribute to the people that gave their lives. Not a healing thing. That's not what war memorials are about. They're so you don't forget what happened.
Yeah.
You remember that. It's not about healing. It's about, look at what happened.
Yeah.
Look how these people reacted. Look, and to think they put this crescent there, the symbol of Muslim religion, it's an outrage, because everyone's got to get their mitts involved in these things these days. Everyone. Just a disgrace.
Bravo.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take our first break.
Thank you.
Isn't Anthony great?
He is great. That was beautiful. I was actually mesmerized.
He's very articulate.
Very upset.
You are mad, and they suck, and you should absolutely right. You should, when you see that, you should just picture it like twisting an Arab's head off, just snapping the neck.
It's made of trees. I would think it would burn down pretty easily. That's all I got to say.
Good point, Anthony. Good point. All right. I wanted to play the Jack Black song. I couldn't find it, though. So, oh, is it right there? Jesus, right in front of me. Nice. Thank you, Than. Welcome. We got a little sing-along from Jack Black as we go to break. Bob Kelly in studio for Jim Norton.
Yes.
MySpace.
Jim Norton is on his way to Hollywood. Hollywood. I'm looking forward to his first check-in. It's going to be fun.
Yes.
It's going to be a very fun thing that we follow with Jim Norton.
Be nice and angry, I bet, right now.
All right, Otto and George at 8:30. Harry Reams at 8:30. I think when we get back, we should talk about the Danny Bonaducci show, man. Holy crap. I wasn't going to give this thing a thought, but I saw it on VH1 last night.
It's crazy.
It's awesome. And we got some clips from the show we'll go over next.
Real quick. Anthony, liberal groups don't want that. Conservatives want it to be dedicated to freedom in general. It's propaganda. The liberals are protesting against it. Stop it, Joe from Jersey. Stop it. They absolutely are not. I've seen the people that are for and the people that are against this. And going along party lines, the liberal people are much more in favor of putting these general freedom museum things down at the World Trade Center site than the conservative or right is. And by the way, again, I think both sides are assholes.
Chris from Philly, and I'm so disappointed that you're buying that crescent story. It's a C-shape. It has nothing to do with Muslims.
Yeah, and again, I've read that, too, as a kind of a cover-up. Oh, it's a C shape. What does that stand for? What's the C stand for? Oh, it's a C shape. Really? C. It has nothing to do with it. It's a crescent. The guy that designed it said it's for healing. Stop it.
Could mean anything, though. Could mean, C. Kumie.
It's for me.
It's for you.
It's Kumia. Right.
Kumia.
My last name. It's in tribute.
And now someone's saying the families picked the design. My God, we can't go to break now.
Take on it and their own opinion, and
Bill.
this was really started
Hey,
up
Bill.
by a preacher.
Bill. Were you talking the second the screener picked up and you haven't stopped? Because we just picked you up and you're in mid-conversation.
Yes, I've been talking.
All right. Well, you are just now on the air, like this second. So everything you said, you were talking to yourself.
He thought we were talking to him right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, all right, Bill, you're on the air.
And that's my opinion.
All right. Great job.
Sorry about that, man.
That's all right.
I just wanted to call and say that the Red Crescent was picked by the family members. I was the first responder on the plane crash, and I follow up pretty close. And they had a committee of all the family members and various other individuals of interest there, and that was the design that they picked out of hundreds of designs that were submitted.
Yeah, what were the other designs? I can only imagine that, a big turban.
Yeah, 2 swords together.
No. I mean, there was everything from actually statues of a plane going into the ground.
Well, that's nice.
Wow.
Who's going to pick that one?
Yeah.
There's a more subtle way to remember.
Right.
They should have little legs and arms screwed all over the ground.
Strewn all over. How about that?
Thanks for saying strewn. I couldn't figure out that word. I said sprewed.
A statue of a plane going into the ground, or this statue of a turban.
Yeah.
Your choice.
Didn't in Oklahoma City, didn't they put a bunch of chairs? It's like their memorial are chairs, empty chairs for everybody that died there. That's a little
creepy. I mean, there was a lot of designs, and I don't know that that's one that I would have necessarily picked. But
you know what? The best design ever is that Vietnam War Memorial, man. When
Right.
you go
Just
down to
names.
Washington, that just says it all.
Names
Not
with the
too-
statue of the soldiers, that's fantastic.
Go up with a little piece of paper with a pencil and
get a little rubbing.
It's not that fancy, and it gets the point across. You know, like Anthony said, those chairs in Oklahoma City, it's downright creepy.
It is perfect. It's something you could also, the family can take a little piece of it home with them when they do those little rubbings on there and get the names of their loved one. You could take that with you.
But a
the
bunch
names
of
immortalized
chairs.
up there. Yeah, chairs are creepy. It's kind of
Yeah.
It kind of works in that you, like the Vietnam Memorial, you get the sheer number of people that died. You know, when you see over 50,000 people's names up on a wall, that's huge.
Is
When
there
you
that
see
many
all those
chairs? How many is every victim?
No, how many people died at Oklahoma City?
I forgot.
Yeah, see?
183.
Are you sure?
I think he's pretty close.
Really? I just guessed that.
I think it is kind of close.
I think it's pretty close,
Really?
actually. Yeah.
I didn't let you guys know.
I think it's. I'm almost positive it's under 200.
That's 183. I know. I'm certain about that.
Some
now.
memorials are pretty good. Some, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But Pennsylvania, I mean, stop. You know,
What?
It's
What's wrong
a
with that?
why a crescent?
What's that?
Why a crescent?
I don't know. I didn't pick that design. That was just the design itself is supposed to surround the actual impact site of the plane crash, and I think that's why in order to highlight that area. But
What a big
like I said,
granite
there was a lot,
statue
there
of
was a lot
Muhammad
good
Atta.
designs, and then there was a lot of bad ones.
All right. Thank you, Bill.
All right.
But I mean,
You guys
you
are
know,
great. Thanks for being there. You helped me get through my days.
All right, we appreciate that, Bill. Let's say hi to Sal in D.C. I guess Anthony hit on a little hot button.
Sal,
go ahead, Sal.
Hey, I just wanted to ask Anthony why he's so quick to blame all of the Muslim population.
Oh, that's what I did? Wow. Could
you
Derek,
did.
get that tape for me for later on, because I want to hear when I actually blamed all Muslims.
Well, you did.
Yeah.
You didn't say it directly, but you did in a way that when you said they're putting the crescent up, and that's the symbol of the Muslim population.
Right.
That's just wrong to do that.
It is.
Well,
it is, because the people that killed all those people on that day were all Muslim, my friend.
It wasn't their symbol. They're not representing the Muslims.
You know something? Let me tell you something. They are doing a better job of representing them than the peaceful Muslims are coming out and speaking against this.
How are they doing a better job?
Because
they're able to be on the front page of the newspaper?
There you go. And because the peaceful Muslims are not coming out and speaking out against all of this.
Of course they are.
No, they're not.
In the media because of CNN and Fox. They won't put them on.
CNN and Fox, polar opposites as far as their politics go, but both of them are doing the same thing.
No, they're not getting the representation and the media representation as the ones that are doing the bad.
Sal, until Muslims really kick it up a notch, you know something, maybe you're right, but I think they have to go above and beyond just being nice people, some of them, and really speak up against all these atrocities that are being committed in the name of the Muslim religion. I don't care if all Muslims are nice and a small percentage are bad. The fact that a few of them killed so many people should negate any symbolism of that religion being put at one of these tribute memorials.
I agree with you that they need to kick it up a notch, but unfortunately it's not that easy as you make it sound. There are programs, there are newspapers, there are internet.
You know, some if I
that do report on what the good things that the Muslims do. Did you read that there was there's over $3 million that was donated by an Islamic fund to the Katrina.
Something tells me that's racially motivated, but
$3 million isn't that much. We gave $200 million when a tsunami hit.
Hey, how much did they give to the World Trade Center victims?
They did. An Arab prince tried to, but Giuliani wouldn't take it.
Good for him.
Good for Giuliani.
Don't want your blood money. Don't want your blood money anyway. That filthy money.
Right,
who's on those bills?
Put it back
Osama bin Laden?
Put it back in your turban.
All right.
I like his show, but I just wanted to comment on that.
Are you Muslim?
Got to be devil's advocate here.
Damn, we thought we could talk about the Muslims. We didn't
devil's
think we had satellite radio.
That's exactly what he was being, the devil's advocate.
We thought we were all brave. We didn't think the Muslims had the satellite radio. We thought we could just speak with our mind.
How could they have that in a tent in the desert?
How
do you
try to tune it in
on the back of the camel? They have the
You know, Joe Hollander.
Hollander's the head of a media company. No,
right.
It's not.
And Lee Davis is the head of FAN.
Well.
So what does that tell you?
Well, not everybody can be Joe Hollander or Mel Karmazin or those kinds of people.
There aren't that many places to go.
Not that many jobs available.
Not enough of a weasel, that's why.
Who?
Mark Chernow.
That's a very good point.
Excellent point.
It was.
He opened his shirt up more so you could see the O&A logo.
Well, you don't know. You don't know him for that long.
Yeah, I've known him a long time.
Well, you only know him since he's been a big guy.
No. I knew him when he was a salesman at NEW 500 years ago.
Yeah. And he means that literally.
No, he was never a weasel.
He just said he was a salesman.
No, but he may be a mutant practically himself in this business because he's not.
He was an aberration.
Yeah. I'm listening to Rob Bartlett play Brian Wilson.
Davis is just,
he's wearing an Opie Anthony T-shirt on Imus this morning.
But boy, I'll tell you, it's just. He really is. He has many, many rodent-like qualities.
Mm-hmm. Oily ferret.
On oil, yes, that's even. See, that's Charles. That's why I love you. I mean, he's an oily ferret. You're absolutely right. Mm-hmm. Well,
send the oily ferret down to my office.
Where's the OF?
It's 9 minutes after the hour. We're going to go to Peter Alexander.
All right. God, Imus is just promoting our show big time today.
That's incredible, man.
Love the eye, man.
I don't know. I guess he's trying for a golden ticket or something.
I won a golden ticket. I got to get out of here.
We'd have him on XM in a second.
That'd be great.
In a second. Philip in Georgia. Still trying to take that break. Philip, what's up?
What's up, guys?
How are you?
Calling to represent a little of the Midwest.
Right.
You guys talking about the memorials and talking about how Oklahoma City's pretty creepy, but let me tell you, creepy is much better than what's going on up in Pennsylvania. You walk in that place, and there's not a dry eye in the place.
Yeah.
We're talking 10 years after it's happened. I mean, it's intense, and it's something you guys should get out and see. I'm going to let you know. So
I get too depressed at things like that.
Yeah.
God, it creeps me out. I understand and everything.
You know what?
Yeah.
I accidentally trotted into a Holocaust memorial one day.
Oh, wasn't that in Boston?
In Boston. I love how you could just be walking down the street and all of a sudden you're in the middle of a Holocaust memorial. What happened? I was going to a Sox game.
I was with you. Yeah. Anthony and I and a bunch of us, we were at like one of the oldest bars in America.
Yeah.
The Oyster Bar or something.
I don't know. There's a bar.
Right over near Faneuil Hall.
Yeah, down there that they're claiming to be the oldest bar in America. This thing is awesome.
Yeah.
And we have a nice buzz, and we're, shucking and jiving and eating clams.
Were we shucking and jiving?
Well, I was thinking of clams and stuff. So we were having our share of clams, and we were getting drunk, and we're all happy. And now we're walking, I think, to go see comedy or something.
Yeah. Yeah, great thing to do as a prelude to a comedy show.
And we're stumbling down the road to some of these back streets and stuff, and we come across this Holocaust.
All of a sudden, you're right in the middle of names and.
But they have fog that comes up too.
Right,
from the ground. It's
fog.
creepy.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, shh.
Yeah, like we need to see steam at a Holocaust museum to get the feeling of what was going on.
Yeah, but yeah, you need to see.
Creepy. It's awful.
Don't allow my petticoat.
I didn't want to. They got to warn you before they.
Shucking and jiving.
I'm essential to the war effort. You're like, what the fuck did I step into?
I just want a few pints.
I don't want that. It's like all of a sudden you're in a fun house or something. All of a sudden you're in a haunted house. you'd be scared because you didn't know you were going in. That's what happened to me.
Honestly, I thought it was a bus stop.
Right.
I swear to God, because it's set up, it's a weird structure that's just in the middle of nowhere, and it looks like it could be a bus stop.
But it was a mist for the heat.
When they first built it,
the
though,
subways or something.
It freaked you out because they have the steam for some reason.
Yeah.
But and it's like you kind of look around like, is this a joke?
Yeah.
They're shooting gas.
It's gonna blow a girl's skirt up or something.
Yeah, because you're in the little thing.
Yeah.
It's like surrounded, and then it comes up, and it's like
you think they're gassing you.
They're trying to they trying to put me through what they went through so I can relive the experience.
Yeah, you're all of a sudden in a small spot because it's almost like a maze or something.
Yeah.
And then gas starts coming up through the floors. It's like, wow, this is a great tribute. Yeah, fantastic.
And it's right in the middle of all the cool spots, Faneuil Hall, all that cool stuff. You're having a great time, and then you just crying on the other end.
Yeah, you're weeping.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot all about that.
That's trickery.
Mike from
trick
Boston.
you into going to that memorial.
168 people dead in Oklahoma City. So
wow.
Robert, you almost nailed it.
I'm sorry, though. You went over, so you don't win.
You don't.
Price is Right rules here.
We really should take our first break, huh?
Oh, right. We were going to do that a while ago, weren't we?
I took a water pill yesterday, and I have to pee.
A water pill?
What's a water pill about?
You woman. What guy takes a water pill?
Are you bloated?
What? Yeah.
Well, I went into the natural store up the street.
Uh-huh.
And there's a little store me and Jimmy used to go when he lived in my building all the time, and we'd get juice, and and wheatgrass, and I was a little bloated. I've been bloated. There's something wrong with me. Where like my jeans, I bought these jeans and they fit when I got them. Then I get home and for 2 days they didn't fit. I almost returned them. And then the bloat went away, and then they fit again.
The water pill is not going to take care of the problem that I'm looking at in front of me.
No.
How about a few sit-ups with your water pill?
How about the not eating pill?
A water pill would sooner fix the levy than get rid of the water in you, my friend.
I have to work
on a water pill
on the
and
emotions.
Jesus.
I walk in and out. Do you have water pills and a really in-shape black guy that can help me? No, I went in.
I'm a water pill and a salad. I mean, who are you kidding?
Well, I am a little chunky, but there's a difference between being chunky. But then there's a certain point where you get you know when you push your stomach out, you pretend you're pregnant.
How big can water make you?
Exactly.
It's not like
all right, look at this. Look. All
right.
Look at this.
Look, don't show us.
What are you
I'm not going to show you my
opening your belt.
Look at these pants.
They're very loose on you.
But when I bought them, they fit tight. They were tight.
Had you
then
eaten?
one day I couldn't even wear them. They were just so tight. But I took these water pills and it kind of took the look at these. Look at that. Look at that.
I've never
look
seen
at that. Look at
no.
Look at that.
Why do you guys always have to show us your ass?
What's with that chair?
Listen,
it must be the seat.
I don't need
to
see your
bush
dick.
fat.
Sit down.
You can always pinch an inch.
Sit down. It's bush fat.
No matter how thin you get, you can always pinch an inch of bush fat.
I've never seen a guy with a 38-inch waist and a 26-length pants.
I do. I have a 30. You know how awful it is when I go in? I can have a 40, 30. Do you have fat midgets? I need fat midget size at the Gap. Oh, it's the worst.
All right, we're going to step aside.
All righty.
Robert Kelly doing a very good job. Check out robertkellylive.com.
MySpace, yeah.
All right. Here's Jack Black. We were going to get to this 15 minutes ago. Yes, Steve?
A picture of Rob Bartlett on the Spread the Virus shirt is on opieandanthony.com right now.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you got to check that out. I'm just doing us a solid today on MSNBC.
Oh, there are several ways to irritate a lady. You could mention that her act's gone out of style. Oh, that's sure to get her miffed. It's bound to cause a tiff. But here's a little trick to go the extra mile. Give her just a little kick in the cunt. A kick in the cunt? Ah, kick in the cunt. That's about a nice kick in the cunt. You'll sure have a stunt if you go for the punt with a jolly good kick in the cunt. Now a lady of grace will show utter distaste for a slur or a randy suggestion. But if you call her a whore, it may do nothing more than make a subtle change in her complexion. So give her a kick in the cunt. A kick in the cunt? Ah, kick in the cunt. As about a lovely kick in the cunt, eh? If you aim to annoy, there's no better ploy than a rousing good kick in the cunt. Now you might want to suffer a club in the choppers, a shock up and making a grab at a knockers, but she'll pull the coppers and you'll in the jail where you eat bread and water and shit in a pail. So if you've enough of a womanly gut, no need to be rough, it'll be quite enough to call her bluff with a huff and a puff to stuff your foot straight into her mouth. Just an old-fashioned kick in the cunt. A kick in the cunt. A kick in the cunt. As about a nice kick in the cunt. You'll sure have a stump when you go for the hunt with a jolly good kick in the cunt.
I can't find a bra that will holster my massive hooters.
I'm very proud of my big tip.
Thank God for Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Like sand through the hourglass, so is the O&A virus.
Can I tell you when I went to the dentist yesterday on Long Island, I was so grateful that I quit smoking just because you say I had very good teeth.
Good teeth, Jimmy.
Jimmy Norton takes care of his teeth. I had still some staining from smoking and all that. But,
yellow staining, was that?
But yeah, from
urine.
Why? I don't understand what this one is. I forget it. Just, wipe it off. You like chocolate cake a lot, don't you?
Oh, my God. Wow. Your teeth are so clean. Do you rinse with ammonia of some sort? Because that really cleans your teeth.
But she told me I had great bone. They do this weird test on your teeth where it's really uncomfortable to get the x-rays. They take like 30 x-rays of your mouth.
Yeah.
And then she puts this little thing and it goes 3, 1, 2, 1 over each tooth. They actually put a thing between your tooth and gums real quick and they measure the distance. Wow. To make sure that your teeth and gums are like between each part of your teeth and the gums.
Yeah. Why are you explaining something that everyone goes through?
You mean you've actually done that?
Oh my! Everyone in their cars right now are like, you're explaining a teeth examination.
You're explaining a visit to the dentist.
No, I've gone to.
How long has it been?
A couple years.
You were explaining that like you're the only person that's ever been through it.
They take pictures.
They take 30 X-rays.
No,
he actually said it takes 30 X-rays, and they're very uncomfortable.
Wow.
And they take this instrument and go 1, 2, 2, 3.
I never had that before.
3, 1, 2, 3, 3.
I never had that before.
And then they take this thing. It's like a fishing line. And they actually go in between your teeth.
Right.
Stop it.
No.
There's a small little toilet bowl next to me that the water goes down it in a swirl and you spit into it.
And they give you fluid, but they don't want you to drink it. You rinse, and they want you to waste this lovely beverage. No, I understand.
Guys, it's really weird that they start by putting a bib on you.
Oh, stop it.
I'm like ready to eat, but it's really heavy and filled with sand and lead. This isn't for food. Why are you running out of the room? I really don't take a good picture. LOL.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
Mama, Mama, Mama.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony program on this fine Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Yes, make sure you get a wow on your car if you want to see titties. There are girls that will flash you if they see the wow on the back of your truck or car. You can make a homemade wow sign, or you can get one of our fine official Opie and Anthony wow bumper stickers. That's right, the Opie and Anthony wow bumper sticker. Just send a self-addressed envelope to us here in New York City, and we'll send out the wow stickers immediately.
I see a lot more of the XM Opie and Anthony wow stickers out there now. When we first started, I'd see wow stickers and be like, oh, there's the old WNEW one.
Right.
Now,
$15 plus a $5 fat boy surcharge. Because there's more material to cover it up.
It took me months to get mine.
Talking about the shirt.
Well, we got it
because it's Opie's crooked brother who's involved in this, right?
There are many T-shirts. Many T-shirts to be had.
Yeah.
But yes, his brother is a crook. You're absolutely right.
Well, all right. Well, we have more serious things to discuss. Let's go to Scene McLaughlin.
Dude, I can't express to the rest of the country. Imus is just giving us one huge commercial today.
That's like
for satellite
so weird,
radio.
man.
He just does this from time to time. Know why? We got to tell you. We got to say it again. We worked with Imus and we worked with Howard Stern. Completely different people.
Yep.
Imus just doesn't give a fuck.
No.
He knows his place in radio. He knows he's had success. He continues to have success. He just doesn't give a fuck. Okay?
And he's got a great sense of humor.
Great sense of humor. Anthony does one of the best Imus impressions I've ever heard in my life.
Thank you.
And when Anthony does his Imus, he just kills him, destroys him, makes him look like a complete fool. Imus laughs and told me when I met him how funny it is. He doesn't give a crap. You know, but you pick on Howard, and he goes running.
Runs to Mel Karmazin.
And cries to the bosses.
You know,
make them stop. Make them stop.
You know what's weird, though, is in the Howard's movie, he makes Imus look like a psycho.
Yeah.
Like just a dick.
You know how it is to watch that scene in that movie knowing what the absolute truth is? That Howard is a prick and has done more to try to keep radio people down, especially in his company, the same company he works for, than Imus ever did. Like, Imus gives a shit. Imus was a friggin' legend back then in those days. Like, he gives a shit if the likes of a Howard Stern comes to work for WNBC. He didn't care.
WNBC.
Mr. Imus uses characters.
WNBC.
Like, he cares. And, Imus has a great sense of humor.
And they have to be listening to our program on a daily basis, because this just came in from Brian from Virginia Beach. The Brian Wilson character on Imus wearing the Opie and Anthony shirt was just talking about the difference between XM and Sirius. He said, XM has this thing called the MiFi, and it's like, an iPod. And Sirius has one, too, and it's like the size of a refrigerator.
God damn.
And Imus calling my brother a crook.
A crook.
Jesus. Imus's brother has more products out on the market.
Selling his salsa.
Salsa and all sorts of shit.
His salsa. You got to sell it in a little Imus hat. You know how sometimes the ice cream places, you could get like a Mets batting helmet full of ice cream or Yankees thing?
Right.
You just ought to sell that salsa in a big Imus hat.
And as far as my brother goes, he hasn't left his house in about 10 years. Give the kid a break. He's making a couple shirts to pay the bills. That's all it is.
You could be crooked from your own home.
That's all it is. He's making a few shirts. He's a very talented, creative artist.
I got an email.
Just trying to make ends meet. That's all.
I got an email from your brother the other day. From Nigeria.
What?
He needs my credit card number, my bank account, because he's got $50 million he has to launder.
Are we getting some of this audio from Imus? Because I'm just popping in and catching some stuff here and there.
I'd love to hear the refrigerator line.
Yeah, I want to hear the refrigerator line, too. Steve, you're nodding your head. Yeah, what's going on?
Getting audio. Yes, we are.
You're getting audio. All right, thank you, Steve. That was brilliant. Thanks. You can leave now.
Oh, he left his car in the garage over there at the production studio.
Oh, great. That's just great for us today on MSNBC. He might win the Assault on the Media contest.
I know.
It's really crazy.
I'm not even kidding, because we don't have anyone else that has done a really good Assault on the Media this month. And the contest is going to end in, 2 weeks, Ant?
Mm-hmm.
We only have 2 weeks left in the Assault on the Media contest for September. Every month we're giving out some fine prizes. Yeah. I don't know what the prizes are this month. I'll have to ask Ben. But so far, no one's really in the lead. I don't think.
No one?
Not really.
We've had some failed attempts.
Well, I guess the guys from Buffalo might be in the lead, but they were.
What would they do?
Well, where you jump up and down on live TV with Opie and Anthony.
No. I know that, but what
of yourself?
What do the guys from Buffalo's do?
I don't really know. They were that bad that I didn't even.
Yeah,
watch
it was
the
a bad
video.
attempt. Believe me, people, if you're listening to this, to win this would be really easy this month.
Yeah.
All you have to do is, if you had a WOW sticker and got behind a reporter and didn't say word one and just held it up, that pretty much would win this month.
Right.
We've had nothing.
And we have a MiFi and concert tickets and all sorts of stuff we're giving away this month. I just don't have the list in front of me.
Water pills, everything. We're running the gamut of prizes.
Water pills.
Water pills, yes. The official Opie and Anthony water pills. My brother will be selling them out of his basement.
One says O and one says A. You have to take two.
He's a crook.
He's a crook. I love it.
I love the old G-man terminology Imus uses.
Crook. We all have brothers that are taking advantage of our fine success, Anthony.
Of course.
You know?
Mine's touring the country.
Yours is touring the country as a U2 band.
Yeah.
My brother's making T-shirts from his house.
And
the
my
house
brother
that he refuses to leave.
My brother's getting hand jobs from girls.
Is he under the?
What is he gonna say? My brother Bob Kelly. Who?
Yeah. And then just go. I hurt my knee, man. Hurt my knee, man.
So
you know him.
I guess all the rules of the Assault on the Media contest are up on OpieandAnthony.com or FoundryMusic.com somewhere. All right, we got to move on to other things. Is he here? Oh yeah, okay. I guess that's him.
Who's here?
Harry Reams.
Wow. I thought he was one of the executives here at XM Satellite Radio.
Want to get him in here?
He's in a suit. Gray hair, looking all distinguished.
Why is he wearing a suit?
Because he's a suit jacket.
I'm not wearing a suit.
You're wearing a suit.
It's a suit jacket.
Are you going to play golf?
Now that's an idea.
Wow. You look like Judge Smales from Caddyshack.
All right. What can I tell you? I'm old.
No, that's wonderful.
You're not 8 years old.
You're not old, bro. You just got the suit jacket that scared us. That's
a
all.
suit here.
It looks like $1 million.
That's Bob Kelly.
How you doing? How you doing, buddy? Nice to meet you. He looks like $1 million.
That's Opie.
You really do. What's up, bro?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And that's Anthony over
Anthony.
there.
All right.
And that's Harry Reams.
So I got a Bill and Anthony.
Bob,
Anthony,
Opie. Hold on 1 second, though. Hold on.
Pass the bong.
I don't.
Did a
my
vile,
God.
stupid
get a
Bills
word
come
out?
with your Opie and Anthony T-shirt.
No, it came with the proprietary technology.
32 after the hour here on the...
Every time I pop up the TV, he's mentioning our name.
That's hysterical.
It's like one big commercial for this program today. Harry, what's going on there?
Good morning. Good morning, New York City.
Good morning. A legend in the studio.
Yes. I am thrilled. I just saw your movie recently.
Which one?
I hadn't seen Deep Throat since it came out.
Don't we have
That's
the
why
clip
you
from
look
Deep
so
Throat
awful.
still?
Thank you,
That's
sir.
why you look so awful.
I look awful?
Well, you know.
I look
like me
awful.
who see these movies.
Yeah.
You know, we look like $1 million.
It's inflation, my friend. It's taken away on your million.
Keep it clean.
How we were wondering how long were you in the porno business?
I started in 67, maybe
67.
68.
And when did you finish up
The
with that
last
business?
film I did was 85.
85. How the hell did you survive? With AIDS, pretty much that was the real huge time where no one really knew about it, but people were, fucking. We could use that word because it's satellite, my friend. And a lot of the porno industry was dropping dead of the AIDS.
So the question is, how did I survive?
How the hell did you survive? Was it just luck of the draw?
Large quantities of alcohol.
You think alcohol is...
kills the
AIDS
virus?
I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, that's good to know.
I wasn't part of the lifestyle. I mean, I made the movies.
Dr.
Most
Reams?
Most of the people that were in the movies went off and partied with drugs and booze, and after they finished shooting on a set.
Yeah, but you're having sex with them.
But you're having sex with these people.
Yeah, but this is before AIDS. I actually didn't do a movie from 76 to 82.
No?
Not a porno movie.
Right.
I was mostly over in Europe.
And everyone knows AIDS started around 85.
Yeah, I was actually...
About 85.
I don't know what you know about me, but I became a real low-bottom alcoholic, which is why I have this voice.
What's a low-bottom alcoholic?
Half a gallon a day.
Of what?
Vodka.
Half a gallon?
Yeah.
How are you
No
alive?
food. That's the miracle.
I'm not even kidding.
Today I'm 16 and a half years clean and sober. I got a new life.
Well, you got to applaud that. 'Cause everyone does.
It's just what you do.
Yeah, I turned my life
half a gallon of vodka.
Yeah. I found the rooms of a 12-step program, and that's all I'll call it. But it taught me a new way of life.
Yeah.
You know, I put God in my life. I'm happily married. I own and operate a very successful real estate
That's
brokerage.
what you look like. You look like a real estate guy.
Yeah.
Wow, you really
that's
do.
the
And I
look you
live,
got.
Absolutely right.
And I live in God's country, Park City, Utah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you get recognized?
Well, everybody knows me.
Really?
It's a small town of 7,000 year-rounders.
Was it Mormons? A bunch of Mormons? Are you
No,
Mormon?
not up there.
No?
No. The rest of Utah is.
Yeah.
That's why I call it an oasis in a desert.
Right.
Do you put your picture up on the real estate signs when it's sold by, and then
No.
you put your old 70s
No.
porno mustache picture
Nobody
up?
up there knows
That'd
me.
be cool.
I mean, they all know who I am and what I did, but today I'm a highly regarded real estate broker.
Yeah.
And operate a good company.
So you started in 1967.
Yeah.
What kind of porn were they doing in 1967?
Back then, they were doing what we called loops, 10-minute black and white,
just a bunch
soundless epics that premiered at Kiwanis clubs or something.
A lot of hair, right? Everyone was very bushy
we were all
and
very
hairy.
I had this huge mustache.
Yeah.
And then I'm Curious Yellow challenged the existing obscenity laws, came in from Denmark. It was found not to be obscene, so all the guys making those little 10-minute films started to make feature-length films.
They were what they called the stag reels before that, right?
Stag films before that.
Yeah.
And then there was the white coders.
What was that?
Curious Yellow won because it proved it had, quote, social redeeming value. So the American filmmakers always had a doctor. And I played the doctor 100 times before.
Yeah, you were always
Deep Throat.
the doctor.
And I'd sit there and say, if you're having problems with oral sex, here's how you do it. And it would cut to a stag film that was made 5 years earlier. And then Deep Throat came along, and what gave it its success was really that it spoofed the white coders. It had no pretense of having social redeeming value.
Yeah.
But
again, you were the doctor.
The crazy doctor was me, and it was the first time we played him for comedy.
Yeah.
So that was the groundbreaker right there.
How'd you get into that business, especially back then?
I was working in the theater here in New York.
Yeah.
I had worked at La Mama and WPA, Bleecker Street Theater. I was doing a little stint with the National Shakespeare Company, and I'm making $78 and change a week under an equity.
Was that
Actors
good back
Equity
then?
Association.
Was that good back then?
No, it was scale. So another actor said, "I know where you can pick up $100 for 1 hour," and I went and did it and never looked back.
Jesus.
I was a little repressed Jewish kid out of Westchester.
Wow.
So
were you
I
any
did not
good?
have a lot of sexual experience.
Were you any good the first movie? Were you...
We won't go into that.
No?
Well, I went into that, but,
yeah.
you know.
You didn't last that long, did you?
Next.
Wow. And then you said you turned your life around. What was the bottom? Because everyone's got the story
Here's
where
the bottom.
you had to
Here's the bottom. I was drinking excessively, to say the least. And I was in...
Were you always a drinker, and then it just escalated, really?
It really started when I was on trial in Memphis.
What
I
was
used
that
to
again?
leave the courtroom. You guys didn't do your homework.
Well,
we like to hash this out live on the air.
We do
with
it
our
differently,
guests.
sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the trial
Let
in
me
Memphis
back you
about?
up for a minute.
All right.
I'm here promoting the release of a documentary called Inside Deep Throat.
Well, we know that much.
And it's both NC-17, and if you're shy, go buy the R-rated version. But it's a look at the social and political and cultural changes in America from the 60s to the present. Now, as far as the White House goes, the executive branch, there's not much change. You had Richard Nixon then, and now you got George Bush. So, but when you look at the changes in America, I mean, the 60s were a very volatile time. None of you are old enough to really remember it, but, you know, we had a sexual revolution. We had women's rights movements, black rights movements, Freedom of Information Act. We had all of this stuff
3 out of 4
boil up and change the mores from the 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
And that's when we started to wear long hair, call ourselves hippies, and screw around a lot. So this movie sort of spans that era, and it's very interesting. I went on trial for 12 weeks with 8 members of the Colombo family in federal court in Memphis, Tennessee. I'd never been there. The film just flew over the state. It was forum shopped into Memphis. And I was on trial for, quote, conspiracy to transport interstate obscene materials. They were trying to hold an actor or an artist responsible for the distribution of their product.
Right. And what year was this?
The trial started in 1975. I got arrested here in New York in my apartment in Chelsea. 3 FBI agents broke down the door at 4 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah. Next thing I know, I'm on an airplane going to Memphis, Tennessee, and I find out that I'm being held responsible for the distribution of a film. So I alerted the entire entertainment community. Everybody backed the issue. They didn't necessarily back me, but, you know, the effects were chilling. So
with an organized crime family.
Yeah, I was on trial with 8 of these guys.
Yeah, wow.
They all were with the Colombo family. They were the distributors of Deep Throat. I didn't know it when I made it. Of course, this was the pioneer days of porno in the United States.
They were the original distributors of that movie?
And the producers.
Colombo Crime?
Yeah.
Wow.
In fact, Linda Lovelace and the director, Jerry Damiano, were witnesses against me.
Wow.
Can you imagine that? I'm on trial for the distribution of the film, and the director, producer, and the star are pointing the finger at me and said, yeah, he had sex with me on film. Give it a rest, man. We didn't need to hear you.
You should have shoved your cock in your mouth.
Anyhow, they proved murder. They proved tax evasion. They proved they were beating people that took the money at the box office every night with baseball bats.
Wow, shake them down.
Shake them down. And I'm on trial for these crimes.
All you did was make a movie.
Well, here's the conspiracy laws. And this is the broadest use of the conspiracy laws in the history of the United States to this day. 2 or more people acting in conjunction to commit a crime. All right? Hypothetically, you have knowledge the president's going to be shot tomorrow, and you don't legally disavow and destroy that.
You're now
you don't call
conspirator.
the authorities. You go on trial for murder. So I knew the film was in distribution, but it wasn't obscene where we shot it in Florida. It wasn't obscene up where I lived in Westchester. It was obscene in New York City, which I find curious. But
especially in 75.
Yeah, so they were trying to hold me responsible for this whole thing, and it was really an organized crime trial. It should have been. They proved murder. They proved brutalizing people. They proved tax
They just
evasion.
wanted to bring a face
There was
into
a scene.
it.
There's a scene in this DVD where one of the FBI informants walks into this room, and this was shown in video at the trial, and he has a little camera in his briefcase, and he walks in this room full of money. I mean, loaded to the ceiling. And he turns to a couple of guys and he says, how do you know how much is here? They said, we don't. We don't count it. We weigh it. $600 million.
Wow.
Escaped the United States. Never paid taxes on it. And because I made such a furor, I made such a fuss over an artist, good or bad of any kind, being responsible for the distribution of his materials, the conviction was overturned when Carter took office. If the Republicans stayed in office, I'm in jail.
But were you convicted at first?
Yeah, convicted and sentenced to 5 years.
5 years on
Then I got
conspiracy.
Alan Dershowitz out of Harvard, one of the great First Amendment attorneys, and he said, keep this thing public. So I did fundraisers all over the country with celebrities that came and supported the issue, not necessarily me. And eventually the Democrats took the White House, and one of the first acts Jimmy Carter did was to overturn the conviction against me.
He was a big fan of your movies.
Well, he's a big fan of freedom. Overturned the conviction, and then dismissed.
That was his first order of business.
And then I had two other indictments coming.
Yeah.
One for Devil and Miss Jones, one for Memories Within Miss Aggie. These were adult films back in the early 70s, and all of it got dismissed. I find it interesting, and the DVD, which is both R-rated for the timid, and if you want to see the real deal, get the NC-17.
What does the NC-17 include that the R-rated doesn't? Clips of the movie?
Yeah. Blowjobs.
Can
you never do that sound again, please? That was the creepiest blowjob sound I've ever heard.
But anyhow, here's the difference in culture in America right now. 30 years ago in Memphis, Tennessee, the federal government prosecuted me for the distribution of Deep Throat. Convicted me, too. I was in Memphis 3 days ago doing some press to kick off this, I'm out promoting the release of this DVD, and it's great. It's really good. And I go into my hotel room, and it's one of the landmark hotels in Memphis. It's called the Peabody Hotel, with the ducks in the lobby and, just a gorgeous old historic hotel. I get to my room, I turn on the TV, and right in front of my face it says, when I went to the section for movies, they had 3 or 4 general releases. They had about 50 porno titles, including Deep Throat, the original version.
Yep.
You go to the Peabody Hotel, folks, in Memphis, Tennessee, for $11.99. You can see that film.
Did you watch it?
I don't know if I really ever saw it from beginning to end.
Really?
Yeah,
really?
I mean, I did the movie.
All
I
actors
used to
say
tell
that.
I used to tell the producers, because I was in the actor unions, don't use my real name, which is Herb Stryker. And so they made up names for me. Dick Hurt, Peter Long, all these. So the first
Herb
time
Stryker's a great porno name.
That is a good porno name,
Stryker.
But anyhow, on the movie Deep Throat, the name Harry Reams pops up. Suddenly the phone is ringing. All over the world, people are asking me to do movies. So I kept the name. But I find it ironic that today you can go into Memphis, Tennessee, and rent this
where you
from
were
one of the
brought,
most conservative hotels and historic landmarks.
Come a long
of
way,
the South.
sir.
Time does roll on, doesn't it?
does. But
go ahead.
Anyhow, this DVD.
Getting great reviews, by the way.
Yo, fabulous reviews. It premiered at Sundance Film Festival, which happens to be Park City, Utah, where I live. I hadn't done press for over 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Since 1985 till about 2 years ago when this movie came out, I refused to do any press. Everybody wanted the sex, the drugs, the rock and roll.
Well, you hawk like the best of them now.
Yeah, well.
You're good, sir.
These guys came along. This is Universal Studios and HBO. They funded this project. Brian Grazer of Apollo 13, A Beautiful Mind, Academy Award-winning producer, produced this film.
Mm-hmm.
And two great directors, documentary directors, Randy Barbato and Fenton Bailey, directed this film. And I didn't want to do it. And they just kept hounding me. And I said, all right, well, what's your fix on me? How do I fit into this story that you're going to tell about social change in America? And they said, well, yours is a story of redemption. I'm 16 and a half years clean and sober. I found a program of recovery. I turned my life around. My life today is better than anything I could have expected it to be when I was a kid. So, I'm, excuse me, going from station to station. I'm losing my voice. So.
Want a shot?
Keep that in your. What are you doing?
I hear you.
God, damn, don't use your teeth.
Early in the morning.
For Christ's sakes.
A half a gallon of vodka.
What about the allegations that Linda Lovelace made that she was forced to do the movie?
Linda Lovelace was a witness for the government against me. She wrote a book after she couldn't make a transition into more conventional movies and entertainment. She joined the women's movement and wrote 2 books. One called Ordeal, which says that she was forced at gunpoint to make that movie.
Right.
To make Deep. I was the lighting director. I wasn't even supposed to act in the damn thing.
Hilarious.
It's true. But I had worked for
you. How's your cock? Come here. Come here. Hold this light and do this.
I had worked for the director as an actor many times. I had shot loops of these old stag films 2-3 years earlier with Linda Lovelace. 1 or 2 of them are in the movie.
Really?
Yeah, they ran out of time. 62-minute movie. You take out all the sex, you got 11 minutes of me. Who the hell wants to see that? So Linda Lovelace wrote this book, said she was forced at gunpoint. I, being the lighting director, was on every single scene. No such thing happened. Look at the movie. She's having a ball. Literally and figuratively. She's enjoying herself. So when the women's movement dumped her, she went right back to taking off her clothes and doing nude appearances.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So
I turned my life around.
So she was full of crap. And you're now married?
I'm happily married.
How long have you been married?
I converted to Christianity. I was a trustee at my Methodist church. I opened a real estate brokerage.
How do you explain your past to your wife? Because, you get into a new relationship and everyone has baggage they got to explain to the new girl.
She knew who I was.
Oh, she did?
We had met in 82. And then
we
met again in 89.
I understand she knew who you were, but, that's got to play on her. Like, oh, my.
Doesn't bother her. She's
not at all.
She's in the moment person.
Does she think, that was
she
just
doesn't care about the past.
That was just his past life. That has nothing to do with us and what we're
exactly
doing.
Right.
You're like a prize, though, for people that turn their life around and find God.
I'm 58 years old. I am baggage.
No, you know what it is,
though?
You
look good, dude. You look like you just won the Masters.
You know what?
You really do.
You know what? Looking good is everything. It's not how you feel. It's how you look. It's perception. So, I combed my hair today. I shaved the mustache. I'm old.
When did you shave the mustache? How long ago?
My wife asked me to shave it off in the first year of our marriage.
Really?
Yeah.
You could have saved that in a jar and sold it on eBay if you knew eBay was going to be invented.
Next.
Imagine having his mustache. Amazing.
Where would you
DNA?
Where would I put it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably put it up, probably displayed on a bookcase. Sealed, of course, because it probably smelled like trout.
You read books? You read books?
Occasionally.
Oh.
Usually comic books.
One of the smartest people you'll ever meet, Mr.
Is that right?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. Recite the alphabet backwards.
I tend to just pick out little things.
It's not Rain Man. He can.
Right.
Rain Man
He can't drop matches on the floor and he'll count them, but he knows a thing or two about a thing or two, sir.
Yeah, he certainly does.
So
that's something. Turned your life around.
But you said in there during the trial you really started the drinking. And then when did you hit bottom? What was the thing?
Well,
where you said, holy
after
crap.
the trial was over and I was convicted, from 76 to 82, I didn't go near a porno movie. And I tried to make a transition into more legitimate stuff. I was hired to play the coach in Grease for Alan Carr and Paramount. And about a week before production, they paid off the contract and said, we're sorry, but we're losing play dates because you're in this movie. And so the writing was on the wall. I wouldn't make the transition. So in 82, I went back very reluctantly. I got paid a fortune. I got paid $120 for 9 days' work, plus 10% of the gross, and I did another porno movie. And from 82 to 85, I did porno movies again, but not with the same joy I used to.
No.
I was already in my mid-30s, and alcohol was taking its toll. The last movies I did, certainly I couldn't have sex, but they would carry me to a chair, put me in the chair, and I'd deliver 3 lines. And a month later, a video box would come out with my picture on the cover saying another Harry Reams miracle. So I ended up in the ditch there in 85. From 85 to 89, I lived in the streets. I panhandled.
Are you
I was
kidding
most
me?
of the time in jail or a hospital or a psych lockup. I had a doctor's appointment here in New York City. I had internal bleeding. I was bleeding from the throat, my stool, my urine, everywhere. Had 2 ulcers.
Hot.
And
Take a water pill.
I was almost dead. So I came to New York. I was put in the St. Luke's Roosevelt AIDS ward, interestingly enough, because it was it was the only hospital that allowed AIDS patients in. Was St. Luke's Roosevelt. I spent 32 days.
Probably assumed you had it.
I did not.
They probably had assumed that.
No, they didn't. They did all the tests.
No?
But there was a gastroenterologist, a stomach guy, who was wanting to study an alcoholic. So for years I went back to him to dry out, and he kept me in for 32 days. Friends, because I'm originally from New York, came to visit me, and I had stolen and borrowed and, pissed them all off over the years, and most of them said, well, I'm not going to come back. I don't want to see you die like this. And before they left, I used to ask for quarters for the telephone. You got a few quarters, I need to make phone calls. Well, over 32 days, I had a lot of quarters.
Mm-hmm.
I walked out of the hospital on 11th Avenue, walked across the street, bought a bottle of vodka, woke up 7 days later in Los Angeles County Jail. To this day, I don't know how I got there. That was my last drink.
That was
the first day I went to a 12-step meeting.
Why the jail? Just because you were drunk and disorderly?
Public urination, drunk and disorderly.
Wow.
Yeah, I used to buy cars, huge convertible cars like Cadillacs and Pontiac Bonnevilles, so that when I did, and it wasn't a question of if, it was when I smashed into a telephone pole, I would live. And I smashed up a lot of cars going through Topanga Canyon. Nice drive, by the way.
So you were on 11th Avenue in New York City.
Correct.
And then you end up in Los Angeles County Jail and have no clue of anything in between.
I don't remember most of 85 to 89. When I got sober, my sponsor told me, you have to make amends. You have to clean up your past. You got to call people, apologize. You got to show up where you need to show up. So I had a local policeman. By the way, I was arrested the first time I walked into a meeting. It was in the same building as the police department.
Wow.
So they had warrants out for me in Park City. And I had that policeman pull up an FBI or whatever they pull up, and I had warrants all over the country, Florida, in South Carolina, in New York City, down in the island of Jamaica for some reason.
You had him pull this up?
Yeah. And for that first year of sobriety,
so you can make amends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I went to every judge. I apologized. I told them what I'm doing now. And every one of them saying, keep doing what you're doing. You're on probation for 6 months. Get out of here.
Wow.
So that was my last drink. You want to know where the bottom was. That was it.
That's unbelievable.
Excuse me. It's a miracle I'm alive. Truly. I mean, if the voice is the worst thing that happened to me from the alcohol abuse,
I think it's kind of sexy.
I can live with that. Thank you, sweetheart.
I do. I like it. A little. It's kind of like
man.
Demi Moore, a little bit like, hey. Kind of like it.
Wow.
Hey, Bob, watch it.
Easy.
That's something. You ought to take an example there, Bob.
I've been sober for 20 years. I
Have
just
you?
celebrated my 20 years September 3rd.
20 years?
20 years.
Wow.
I swear to God.
He wants to shake your hand there, Bob.
How you
There you
doing?
Oh, my God.
I did the same thing. We had the same
What's
joke.
on my hand?
We both looked at my.
Good for you. So you know what I went through.
Yeah, well, I was a lot younger. I was in juvie hall. I didn't just wake up places.
You get in a program?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why did you stop drinking, Bob?
I went to juvie hall from I just got arrested again, was in jail again.
And again and again and again.
Yeah, I just kept going. And
do you envy people that can drink and just have a good time and not?
You know what? Absolutely. I wish I could be a normal drinker.
Yeah.
Just so I can get a buzz on.
Doesn't it look like fun?
But I'm the kind of guy you put a bottle in front of, and I pour a drink. I'm not thinking about the rest of that bottle. I'm thinking about where am I going to get the next bottle.
The next bottle.
Exactly right.
I never drank on the rocks. That's the one thing I missed. I was young, so I was drinking beer, and we used to take the cap off of whiskey and throw it away.
Oh, you stopped drinking when you were drinking like a kid.
Well, yeah.
You didn't even get to the adult with ice and a swizzle stick.
Yeah, I was drinking in a park like a pint, just chugging it down one sip.
Nice clink clink.
Yeah,
sound,
I never
nothing.
did. Like 3 ice cubes. I'll pour it over, let it sit. I've never did that. In fact, I'm gonna go do it right now.
Yeah, you should.
20 years is a long time. I'm not a drunk anymore. Hang on, I'll be right back.
So after so many years, you still would like to have a drink, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
You still have the urge?
Well, I don't have the urges and the obsessions anymore.
Right. Smoke a little
weed?
But
for the first year, no, nothing.
Nothing.
For the first year, I had to, tie myself up, sit in my hand so that I wouldn't go out and drink. And I got a sponsor in that program, and I was taught to find God in my life. I mean, I hate to get hokey about this.
That work out for you?
It worked out great.
God works out for him, man.
Worked out great. I'm happily involved with a Methodist congregation.
That's what I'm saying. They must hold you
I
up
do a
like,
lot of-
oh, look at this.
Yeah.
You are their golden boy. Like, wow, because they like when anyone comes to the church, comes to church out of somewhere, but usually it's a story, I had a bad marriage, something like this.
Right.
When you can pull up a Harry Reeves and say, look at the redemption we've done here.
His mustache is gone and the Lord is here.
They parade you around, right.
Well, anyhow, I met a wonderful woman. I married. I got a real estate license, not knowing I never sold a thing in my life.
And you're successful with the real estate business?
Hugely.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
There's
something.
about 600 realtors in my community. I'm always in the top 10.
Yeah?
Top 5.
Nice. Wow, that's a great story.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know. I'm glad I didn't read a bio. That's a great story.
You changed, but you changed. It sounds like you changed the way you talk and the set. You're kind of like.
I got one for you guys. You ought to take this. You ought to practice
Here we go.
this. You ready?
Oh, no.
I used a lot of profanity when I was younger.
Uh-huh.
I certainly used a lot of it when I was drunk. So my first sponsor said to me, go buy a roll of quarters. Put it in your right pocket. Every time you use a profanity, put a quarter in your left pocket, and then when you go to a meeting tonight, dump the whole thing into the kitty. Well, in 3 days, I wasn't using profanity. I was out about $60.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
But I don't use profanity anymore.
But you still got a roll of quarters in your pocket.
Yeah,
At least I think.
It's looking like dimes today.
But you can't.
You don't like swearing.
You don't like swearing. You can tell it. The way he's talking,
he's a
like
religious man now. So.
Yeah.
No, I'm not religious. I'm not religious.
I enjoy a curse.
You know what
here
I
and
do
there.
on Sunday now?
Huh.
I
play golf.
Go to the Church of the 18 Links.
There you go.
I play golf. And I say a prayer.
Do you still enjoy the sex?
What?
Do you still enjoy sex?
I'm not going there.
No, he's not going there. When you think you'd hear Harry Reems saying something like, I put it in the hole, you would never think he's talking about his Sunday golf game. This day and age, it's a lot different than the 70s and 80s.
He said it nice, though. He didn't say, you said it nice.
No, that's all. That's all.
You still, because that is an interesting fact that you did change your life around.
Well,
I did, but I'm still a sexual creep. I need to work on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you work on it.
Yeah, but
Harry,
you're
talking a guy that
20 years, it'll be all over for you.
Oh, yeah?
20 years?
Harry,
I'm 58. I haven't thought about sex.
No Viagra, Cialis?
Harry, out of respect for you, I'll say it this way. The man you're looking at right now,
Yeah.
he used to get off by effing sinks.
Well, he would lay on the sink in the hotel room.
I can make you a star.
Really?
Yeah, you want to make a movie?
Sink fuck. You put a mustache on me?
I can make you a star, pal.
Yeah, so, wow.
Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Exactly.
No.
You never banged a sink?
What's a sink?
A sink,
You mean like where you shave?
You put your hand on the edge of, the long sinks in the hotel,
Yeah,
and they
tell
have
me about
the
this.
sink in the middle.
He's serious.
And you put your hand on the edge of the sink. You kind of lie on top of it like this. And you put your hand on the edge like that.
Hey, get that away from me.
I really did look like I was just going to blow him.
You
didn't I?
really did. You were leaning over a little too much,
man.
And he flinched, too.
It's a way of getting himself off with his hand.
Well, looking at him, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw him on me now. We've been having a nice conversation.
Any addictions?
It's time to beat up somebody else.
Any addictions you still have? Coffee, cigarettes, anything?
Yeah,
any
coffee
vice?
and cigarettes.
Coffee and cigarettes. You say
Incessant.
smoke?
I should have quit cigarettes the same time I quit booze.
Yeah.
Then I drink coffee and smoke cigarettes incessantly.
You got to have something.
You got to
though.
have something, Harry.
Seems like you had a problem with being an addictive personality for years.
Well, you know what? I've taken that compulsive, addictive behavior, because you can't change that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just channeled it into more constructive stuff.
You wake up at 3
My
in the morning.
work
I got to sell a house. I got to sell a house.
Shut up, bitch. I have to sell.
Hey. Happily married.
Wow,
No, not
look
him.
at
That was
that.
the
Wait a
character
minute.
I was doing.
Yeah.
Look out the door.
Oh, there are some very attractive girls
my
out there.
Goodness.
You want to meet the girls real fast? They're here to hand out WoW stickers.
I don't want to meet
they're
any
doing a
girl
little
real
promotion.
fast. I want it to last.
They're doing a little promotion for us.
As we get these girls in here, what do you think of the porn business today? You pay attention to it at all?
Instead of being $1 million business, it's $1 billion business.
Yeah.
And the reason is
But
hotels
Yeah.
all around the nation buy these things and put them on the air for $12 a pop.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's turned it into $1 billion and more than $1 billion.
Never saw that coming in the porn industry years ago.
No,
that it would be
when
so
I was
accepted.
doing it, there were no VCRs, there was no Betamax, there was no nothing.
You had to go to the
You went
local
to a seedy little theater.
Yeah.
And you sat next to a stranger and
Who was whacking
got his raincoat wet.
Put your arm around him.
Hey,
oh my goodness.
But what do you think of the porns getting freakier and freakiker, though? They're all
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen any?
I haven't seen a porn movie
There's
in
a
30 years.
series out called Slap Happy. And it's a lot of actually violence in it. It's girls doing oral to the gentleman, but the guy is holding the camera as she's doing it, and he's like
the guy's holding the camera.
Yeah, he's the one doing the camera work, and so you get that overhead shot, and then he smacks her in the face and pulls it out and smacks her with it. And it's a little too violent. I don't like the violence thing. I'll watch the sex. I enjoy that.
Make him choke
I
on
just
it now.
Don't like,
Like a lot of this.
Make her gag. You know.
Put that thing away.
Yeah. And then they got the Baker's Dozen. It's bukkake in the face.
I don't know anything about that.
And my favorite porn I'm holding right now, Century Sex, sir.
Have you seen this? No,
Talking
this
to
is
porn legend Harry Reams, by the way.
Look at that woman.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
What is Century Sex?
Looks like
Look
my
at
mother.
the cover. Yeah, isn't that amazing? Look at the cover.
Could have been someone you did back in the day, still doing porno.
Maybe.
You never know.
Maybe. My thoughts on what I did 40 years ago. I said I hope I had a good time. I hate to feel that bad and not have had a good time.
If you're in the program, don't they tell you not to really hang out with people you used to know?
Yeah, you stay away from the people, the places, and the things that are going to get you in trouble.
Do you know or have you spoken with anyone from back in those days? Or?
No. Well, yeah, there's one actor, Jamie Gillis. Mm-hmm. He and I are friends. Excuse me.
What about Ron Jeremy?
No, I know Ron, but I haven't talked to him in 30 years.
He's
but
more
Jamie,
a caricature
Jamie
of
used
a
to
porn
teach in the
star
New York
now.
School District, and I studied with Lee Strasberg, so we were educated guys, and we had somebody to talk to.
You studied with Lee Strasberg?
Yeah.
Get out of town.
Swear to God.
Yeah,
Studied right across the street here.
He's a
at
real
Carnegie Hall.
actor.
No shit.
He's the real
I
deal.
used to be.
That's right. Steve, you got a question for Harry Reams?
No, you almost covered it. You mentioned you asked him what he thought about the current stuff. Guys like Brandon who are making the pseudo bukkake movies,
and they're making lots of
money.
Are making
I guess they
a
are.
lot of money.
When I worked, it was $100 a day.
$100 a day.
Yeah, of course, after Deep Throat, it was thousands a day.
Well, the performers really don't make that much money comparatively.
I hear differently.
The women do. Women make great money. The guys make nothing.
The guys who are distributing it, like you said, in the hotels, those guys are making millions upon millions of dollars. But the guys
the owners
who are
of the film.
Yeah, the guys that are actually just getting paid.
By the way.
Chicks want to do DP, they're making some cake.
Yeah, guys don't make nothing. I need a plot, man. I like the old school. I can't get into the girl walks in, hey, how's it going? Just starts going at it.
They both have their place. Sometimes you like a nice, goofy plot. Other times you just want to turn it on and get the business done with and get out.
Plot. I love a plot.
You do?
In a porno movie? That's not
a porno
entertainment.
movie. Yeah, it is.
Porno
I
movies,
need to go there.
Porno movies
It has to
always
feel real.
were and will always be a sex aid.
Right.
It's titillation. It's voyeurism. Nobody cares about the storyline. You're a
It's not.
mess.
Listen to me.
You're an oddball guy.
I just told you I fucked a sink. I am a mess. I mean, we've established that.
Harry Reams is calling you a mess.
This
guy doesn't remember 4 years of his life, and he's calling you a mess.
The 3 more years of sobriety than you, I like fucking sinks. Yes, I'm a mess. But I'm saying that you need that. I need that story because I'm going to tell you, Harry.
He wants to care about.
No, I don't want to care about these. No, these
he needs
girls.
to cry while he's whacking
No,
them off.
I need midgets. No, because I like the storyline because it's like almost watching like a regular TV show, and then all of a sudden the chick's sucking his cock.
So a film like
Dirtier to
Deep
me.
Throat you like because it had acting.
Not acting.
You
Let's
take
not
the
get carried
sex
away,
out of,
Harry. I know you went the lead, but
you take the sex
acting.
out of Deep Throat, and you're left with 11 minutes of me.
Yeah.
We
Who the hell wants to see 11 minutes of me?
We do.
I like it, Harry.
We have some audio, I believe, of you from Deep Throat.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Hear
a little of that.
Well, let's take a listen here.
Well, it's really quite common. Perhaps you've had a traumatic...
Is that you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you make
He
a
was
choice
playing
for
the doctor.
the accent?
Anyhow, yeah, I'm trying to figure out why she can't have an orgasm.
Right.
So I'm looking all over, and I look down her throat, and I go, there you are, you little bugger.
Can we reenact the scene right now?
And
I'll be
her
Linda.
clitoris is deep down in the bottom of her throat.
Yeah, her clit was
And
in
she
her
starts
throat.
crying. She starts crying and says, well, suppose your balls were in your ears. And I said, well, then I could hear myself coming.
We got to listen to this. It's audio from Deep Throat with Harry Reams.
Well, it's really quite common. Perhaps you've had a traumatic experience as a child.
No, I don't think so.
Nothing unpleasant that could have possibly turned you off to sex when you were younger?
You're getting me all wet. Please stop it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Nurse! Nurse, Miss Lovelace is done with her bubbles.
Ah, the music.
Nothing turns you off to sex.
Listen, doctor, please. I'm not turned off to sex. I enjoy it. In fact, I could spend the rest of my life getting laid.
Well, then what's the problem?
I don't know. Something's missing.
Something's missing?
Yes.
Something's missing.
There should be more to it than a lot of little tingles.
Tingles?
I want to hear bells.
Bells?
Bombs.
Bombs?
And dams bursting.
Rockets' red glare.
Bombs bursting in air.
Gave truth to the night that our flag was still there.
Please be serious.
Nurse? Nurse! Take that away. That's the problem. You say that you want more out of sex than just a lot of little tingles.
Yes, I want to hear bells and bombs.
Yes, we just went through that, Miss Lovelace. Let's not do that one again. You know, I think your problem might be physical instead of psychological. Have you ever had a internal examination?
No, I don't think so.
Step into my examination room. I want to take a look at you.
Please stop this.
Wow.
Holy
Harry Reams,
mackerel.
everyone.
Holy mackerel.
Wow. Should have
It's
got an
not the
Oscar.
same without
Come
the
on.
picture. It's not the same without the image.
You blew her away. Her acting.
Yeah, she
No,
really
she
did
blew me
stink.
away.
Oh, doctor.
You were
Oh.
putting on sort of an accent.
Rather.
Ah, Watson?
Listen, I want people to go out and buy this DVD.
Inside Deep Throat. It's
Yeah.
getting great reviews.
It's getting great reviews. It's been at every film festival since last February. Wonderful acclaim. It's done by professionals, and it's really not about Deep Throat. Well, it is. It tells the history of it, how the porno industry started and where it's at today. But it really looks at America. You know, it's the thread to tie together social change from the 60s to today. And it's very fascinating. It's very informative.
Well,
as
I will
well as being
definitely
entertaining.
pick it up and check it out.
You want to meet the ladies really fast behind you? I know you only have
Whoa.
a couple of minutes left here, but
What do we got here?
these are the girls from GammaO.com.
Gamma O. I like it already.
Yeah.
What do they do?
That's the one you saw through the door, the blonde, I believe.
Huh?
Wait, that mic's not on.
It's not.
What do you got under there?
Son of a...
You want to bring him over?
What do you got under there?
They're not on. The mic's not on.
Come on, let me see. Come on.
I want to see you up
Who's
here.
gonna show
So,
me?
what do you want to see? Yeah.
Whoa.
There you go.
Wow.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh,
Somebody's from
my
Brooklyn.
heart. My heart. My
Harry,
heart.
do you guys know who Harry Reams is?
I don't know.
No.
Legendary porn star.
You ever see Deep Throat?
No.
The movie Deep Throat? He's in.
You ever hear of it?
There's nobody here over 12 years old. What are you talking about?
Huh?
Too busy at home trying it.
Yeah.
God bless her.
Girl.
God bless her and her tulip.
You know, if Harry stays to the rest of the show, we'll mess him all up.
Oh, yeah, he'll be
drinking and having sex on the console.
Redoing the scene, you'll hear, "Oh, doctor."
He's doing great, but I can tell he's barely holding on.
Yeah.
And he's holding on.
By his fingernails.
By his fingernails.
Remember,
I got to work off you guys.
Come on.
This ain't easy.
Harry, keep it together. You got a 4-bedroom that's going to sell on Tuesday.
Yeah, terrific. Terrific. You'll be in one of them, won't you, Bob?
Yeah, I will if I get a couple of these girls.
Any
I'll throw in a sink.
Ladies, any questions?
I'll throw in a sink for you. You buy this house.
Ladies, any questions for Harry Reams, porn legend?
Yeah.
You must have a question about porn, maybe?
How big is your dick?
Oh, that's
I
a
ain't
good
going
question.
there. You mean then or now?
Yeah.
he was packing pretty good in the
Was
day.
he packing?
In the day.
70s, yeah.
In the day.
Huh?
Did it shrink?
Yeah, like everything else on my body.
Hey,
I have no muscles anymore. I have no thing. I have nothing.
Oh, that's sad.
Got a real
Just
estate
an old
business,
guy
though.
going brain dead.
You got a great hairline. I'll give you that. Your
There you
hair is
go.
unbelievable.
You know-
Good for you. What are you doing?
If you were a woman, I'd marry you.
Well, what are you going to
You
do?
know, I live in Utah. Polygamy.
Really? Yeah. Well, Jesus Christ.
No, don't throw anything on him.
I'm sorry.
You put-
I mean,
using the Lord's name.
he's talking, yeah, but he's talking about having sex with me, and I say Jesus Christ, and I'm the bad guy?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
I'm sorry. You used the Lord's name in vain.
That's
I
right.
thought I
we
was
talking
a
about?
guest. Yes. I feel like a prisoner.
Any
How do
other,
I get out of this mess?
any other questions for Harry Reams, porn legend?
Packing.
How many chicks did you bang?
All right. How many girls?
That was a good question.
I think I'm into 4 figures.
1, 2, 3. Wow, really?
Probably.
I had to figure
And
that
that
out
was
in my
just
head.
1974.
Yeah. Wow.
No joke there?
I got nothing to say.
Over 1,000, you think?
I don't know.
Well, look
I
at
really
his
don't know.
IMDb.
Can you
Look at
count?
IMDb. We're looking at 137 films on there.
Oh, for me?
Yeah, 4th
You know
Century.
that's wrong, and I'll tell you why.
A
It
lot
says-
of clips.
Some of them say 1989, 1988.
I see that. Why are you in Cum Shot Review 5 in
Yeah,
89?
I know. That's what I mean. I stopped doing these things in 85. They just changed the titles, put them in a new box with a new cover, and resell the same movie.
So you're saying you're not in Oral Majority too? No?
Not that I recall.
How about Backdoor Brides?
I don't think so.
No?
No.
If you took some Gamma, he could start making some
Come
more
on,
movies.
come on, get off of this stuff.
All
Make
right.
a little Gamma. You can make a couple more movies.
I'm an old guy. You guys are going to give me a stroke.
Well, they got this product, GammaO.com, and the girls are here today to hand out WOW stickers all over Manhattan for us.
Ooh, I get a WOW sticker?
I showed you a wow.
Yeah, you sure did, and it stuck.
That was a pretty nice one. When was the last time, besides, being married and stuff, when was the last time you saw Strange Girls Strange? Bush.
Yeah.
While ago?
Long time.
Long time ago.
Long time.
That's pretty good.
I'm married over 16 years.
Wow.
Well, married
My condolences.
over 15 years.
Any
Oh,
other
you're
ladies
wrong
want
about
to
that.
flash
Yeah, show
Harry your snatch?
You know,
Show 'em
regardless
again.
of how beautiful they are, and they all are,
Yeah.
I still love my wife.
Of course.
There's no interest here.
Oh. But it's always nice to see.
Yeah. Hey, you love your wife. God bless America. Show him your pussy.
She did that already.
Again? Somebody else did it.
What else she got?
Any,
The way you did it was kind of like you were.
Song on.
Not for long.
How about the top end for Harry?
So what's go?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Harry,
Here we
you're
go. No. The
saw
top.
that
The top. The
I
top.
saw that.
The top.
Oh, wow.
Talking.
There you go.
Talking.
Bravo.
Oh, we're working as a team now, Harry. Come on.
That's
First
good.
star. The hell with you, Bob.
We're really messing this guy up. He's going to fall apart after
Get
this.
Harry some
I
Jägermeister.
fell apart
I'll
20
tell you
years
what's
ago.
good in
Where's
coffee.
the Jägermeister machine?
A little Bailey's in the coffee is good.
And that's not even like drinking, Harry.
Of course not.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's a coffee drink. That doesn't count.
I got your back, Harry. I won't let anything happen
All
to you.
right, so how much longer am I going to have to hold you guys up here?
All right, no, we're going to let you go.
Harry, thank you, man, for
You're a
coming
pleasure.
in.
Enjoyed it.
Fantastic story. Amazing. Good luck. Glad to see everything's working out for you.
Buy the DVD.
And we
Pitch
will
that.
check out
Inside
the DVD.
Deep Throat. Inside Deep Throat.
Yeah.
Right.
Harry
NC-17
Reams.
and R.
I'll get the NC-17.
Comes out next Tuesday, the 20th.
Ebert and Roper, 2 thumbs up.
How about that?
So it has to be good.
No, sure.
Very good.
And Entertainment Weekly, sensational. It's going to be a hit.
Hot.
It's going to be a hit on DVD. It's Harry Reams.
Harry
everyone.
Reams, thank you, man.
You betcha.
Coming in.
Thank you, guys.
Now get out!
See you. Have fun.
All right.
Enjoy it
You
very
too,
much.
sir.
Take the headphones
Oh,
off.
watch them headphones.
I thought I could take those home.
Ah,
Take it easy,
take
Harry.
him out.
See you later.
Dressed all nice. He's got a great head of gray hair on his head.
It looks like he just won the Masters.
He does. It looks like he just won the Masters.
Yeah.
He's one drink away from sounding like Tippy Tom.
So, well, people were saying.
Oh, they are saying
Tippy
that?
Tom in there.
He sounds like a cleaned up Tippy Tom.
Said he also sounds like Chris Penn.
Oh, yeah, a little Chris Penn action.
Chris Penn in his voice.
Sure.
But, man, pulled himself together after... that's probably why he's still alive. A lot of the porn guys from back then, gone. Ladies, any of you girls thinking of doing porn?
No.
Any porno? No? Yeah, good.
Good for you, girls. Keep it together.
They're keeping it together.
It's the devil's lifestyle.
They're from Gamma O. What are we doing today, guys?
We brought in some T-shirts that we were going to hand out as well as bumper stickers.
Mm-hmm.
T-shirts, these ones didn't come out so great, but
Whoa.
that's what we got.
That looks like something a kid would wear at the Special Olympics.
Hey, listen.
White T-shirt with the little black writing on it.
If you win.
I told you they didn't come out that great.
Did your 10-year-old daughter make that shirt?
We're handing them out.
Would you use a Sharpie?
And any shirt you have to stop and take more than 5 minutes to read.
We're handing these out to you guys.
What does that one say?
It says, I'd fuck me.
www.gamma/o.com,
It's
right?
Gamma-O or just Gamma-O.
Dash. I always say slash. It should be a dash.
The shirt looks great on him because he's shredded.
Yeah,
They're all shredded.
Well, that's because of the Gamma-O, Robert.
People are going to walk by and just laugh at me.
Obviously, you don't know what the product's all about.
You know how many water pills they had to take to get those bodies?
How many water pills?
Of course not.
I'm
Bob takes the water pills.
We see he's retaining water. Looks
And
like
look.
He's making fun of you.
I know
Kick
he
his
is.
ass, Bob.
I'll
kick
kick his ass.
Bob, you going to take that?
No, I'm going to go out and beat
From
the
that
shit out of
rip
Harry
dude?
right now. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go beat the hell out of that old porn star.
You got to
Say something else. Every time you fuck with me, I'm kicking that guy's ass.
You know what?
Is that what you want?
You know what sucks? I didn't really hear what he said because he didn't have a wireless mic on him. What did you say about
I said
Robert?
he's retaining so much water because he's menstruating.
No. Those are fighting words, Robert. What are you
Yeah,
going
what am I
to do?
gonna do?
If I keep abusing him, he'll really beat up the old guy?
Oh, stop it. Harry would turn him over and fuck him in the ass before he knew what was happening.
And I'd thank him for it. Listen, I like it. It's the smallest big guy, too. That's what annoys me.
I'm the squirrel of the group. I am. I'm the squirrel
He
of the
really
group.
does.
You guys do a lot of ass kicking?
Well,
You
we
kick
all
some
fight,
ass?
we all train.
You'll fight?
What do you mean you fight? What do you mean
do?
fight? You
Mixed
pick
martial
fights with
arts,
fat guys like me?
boxing.
Mixed martial arts?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad. You know what?
Done.
I looked at him and I had a couple of zingers I was going to say to him, and I went,
Shut
you know what?
up.
You know what, Bob? Just shut your face this
Shut
time.
your
And
mouth.
I'm glad I did.
Oh, it's the martial arts that's scary.
Take a look at what I'm wearing.
We're actually going
You
to
think anybody wants a roundhouse kick
guys.
to the face while
So
I'm
they'll
wearing
be
these
wearing
bad
some of our
boys?
gear and they're taking our stuff. We're going to be on Pride. Those guys are going to start wearing our stuff as well.
Bow to your
If you guys are
sensei.
familiar with
Bow to your
KTFO, we
sensei.
just purchased half of their company.
Wow.
KTFO Fight Gear is knocked the fuck out.
Right.
Hey, Master Poe.
Oh, I forgot. You got Master Poe on my side.
Master Poe.
This guy was fucking with me, Master Poe, the little guy with the baby chest.
The little guy was messing with you?
Yeah, the little guy.
What would you like me to do to him?
Nothing. I'm just kidding, dude. I'm kidding. Relax. Jesus.
Now, Poe.
Yes,
Poe,
sir.
you look at these guys. They're big guys. They're built.
Mm-hmm.
You, on the other hand, you're more, what do they call it?
Natural.
Soft.
Natural.
A little soft?
A little
Not
soft
lank-
compared to these guys.
Not lanky.
These guys are ripped.
Well, this guy has probably double the width size of
Yeah.
my body.
But
Right.
do you think you'd have a problem taking him out?
Well, he's talking about mixed martial arts. That's
Uh-huh.
a sport.
Yeah.
So you have certain rules. There won't be any rules in the street.
No rules
I'll
when it
stick
comes
my finger
to
in his
Poe.
eye, and I'll pull out his teeth.
Yeah, who's talking tough
about
now,
his
huh, little
groin.
man? Huh? You want to fuck with me, huh? What were you saying about water, bitch?
Poe goes at you. When Poe goes
Show
at
me
you,
your
it's
pussy
like
again, girl.
Like a piece of heavy machinery.
Well, you know what's funny is that these mixed martial artists, they're all skilled. If
Yeah.
if you take away those rules, then you're gonna have death in the ring, and you don't need that. So
All right,
you
well,
need to have those rules.
I take that back, dude.
No, I totally agree with that. There's a lot of guys when you're out in the street and they're real good mixed martial artists, and then they get punched in the face and the whole world changes.
Really?
They're just not used to it.
Not used to
The
getting
UFC guys, little different. They're used to getting punched. In
I
the
watched
face.
that
Chuck
stuff
Liddell.
now
Yeah,
on
that's the real
Spike
deal.
and on pay-per-view. Holy shit. Who's the champ now? That Chuck
Liddell.
Chuck Liddell, yeah.
Fucking animal.
Animal.
The guy is an animal. And I can't get enough of it. I watch it all the time.
Do you know
Fast
Chuck
time.
Liddell?
Spectator sport.
You know, well,
I've never
I heard,
met him, but
I heard actually the last time he fought in Vegas,
Uh-huh.
he knocked the guy out in like a second. with a foot to the head, a foot to the head, with his foot thing.
Yeah.
So, but then he went to the strip club after. I think Spearmint Rhino, and some guy walked. He's not a big guy.
No.
Punched him in the chest.
He goes, he said something to him, and he just knocked him. The one punch knocked him the fuck out, right?
No, actually, the story that I got, and I don't know which is true, but the guy walked up to Chuck Liddell and said, "Hey, how you doing?" and punched him in the chest, and like kind of ran away just to say, "I got to punch in on Chuck Liddell."
I heard he knocked the guy out. I heard the guy said, "You don't look so tough," and he just knocked him the hell out. My story's better, but thanks for fucking it up. Guy walks up and tee-hee, and just screams and takes off. And mine would have been great. It would have been rumors all over the internet. Chuck Liddell knocked him out. Yeah, you hear that chick with the frozen hot dog? I got one too. Chuck Liddell knocked the guy out one punch.
We can come back and talk about martial arts all day long, but why don't we have the girls get naked while we're here?
Oh, well, somebody's right to the point.
Would they?
Well, I think I need my tank tops back.
Wow.
Start over there.
With these girls. Wow, yes.
Hey, yeah.
Very nice.
The girls from
very attractive
Gamma-O.com are flashing us on this fine Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
This is our job.
Wow.
Hey.
Amazing. And it's Whip 'em Out Wednesday and everything. Fantastic.
All sizes and shapes.
Oh, my goodness.
Very, very nice.
That's what you call a cutie patootie.
Unbelievable.
Bravo.
Wow, ladies.
Oh, she's got the nipple piercing.
Yeah.
Nice.
And this one's
ready.
ready
They're
to...
very nice.
They're both pierced.
Her skirt's ready to fall off.
Whoa!
Hey!
That's something you don't see every day.
What a
Good for
trooper.
you.
She's completely naked.
Good for you for doing that. You love yourself, and I love you for it. Are those
Very
real
nice.
diamonds?
Oh, that's
Good
fantastic.
for you.
Wow.
Good for you.
Wow, I didn't think these girls were go-getters.
That is
Flexible are you?
beautiful.
Whoa, yes. And good for you, honey.
Hey, wow, now they're all naked.
This is
Positive
amazing.
reinforcement. Good for you, girl.
All right, I guess we
saw
can plug
this coming.
I guess we should plug Gamma-O.com.
Oh my God, I'm just such a creep right now.
Who the hell saw this coming? This
Good
is
for
great.
You guys are all gorgeous.
I thought it was, girls
If you
that
want
were
to see it coming, take Gamma-O.
Gamma-O.
Oh, there's a new slogan.
Why wouldn't you girls do this for poor Harry Reams, who is now
Because he loves his wife.
who now has to jack off to a quick pussy shot?
The one on the
Coulda
end
had
there.
this in
What's your name, sweetie?
Jessica.
Jessica. You look. What nationality are you?
little everything.
Korean and Jewish.
A little Asian, right? Now, how flexible are you?
I can put my feet behind my head.
Can you do that real quick? I've never seen that done. A chair?
Oh.
You do it right up here. Right here.
Yeah, right up on the...
No, over here, sweetie.
On the console.
Over here. Do it over here so we can all see.
Right in front of Robert
Kelly. Yeah, it's
Kelly.
a little more comfortable. No, over here so you don't fuck up coffee and shit.
Yeah. Robert's worried about your safety, so you should do it right in front of his face. There you go.
Gamma-O, she can do any of this.
Hang on one second.
Since
Whoa.
taking Gamma-O.
Well,
wow,
D.
She could just about pleasure herself.
Can you show Opie the balloon out while you're in there?
Gamma-O.com.
Did you hear the other girls? That's amazing. She's fantastic.
That is something.
I don't know what this Gamma-O does, but
damn it.
Good for you.
Gamma-O's great.
God for you. Oh my God.
What is this What does Gamma-O do again?
Gamma-O is an all-natural testosterone booster, and obviously you guys know you did a live read for us.
That's right.
That airs, and I got to tell you, we have a big Opie and Anthony fan base that orders from us. We have a lot of the truckers. We got a lot of support from you guys. I mean, it's an all-natural testosterone booster. It's currently it runs at $99.97 a bottle. It's a 1-month supply. We have almost everybody reorders it. And today, for all the Opie and Anthony fans, we're going to take $15 off. There's a discount code. They have to type in TITS.
TITS.
Just for you guys.
Very easy to remember.
Usually got to think a little bit before you figure out what it is.
It's usually, radio or some kind of code word, but TITS.
All right,
we figured that's something they wouldn't forget.
Very good.
I'd love to. I should get one of these girls to wear the robe we're going to auction off on the eBay for the hurricane relief.
And what would that do?
Huh? That would fucking look real sexy, wouldn't it?
They are completely naked.
I'm a Red Sox fan, but
That's
her
the
just wearing
that
no making it
Can I just say
sexier.
something? That's a that is one of my biggest fantasies.
Really?
With the robe, and then they, boom, and it kind of opens up a little bit, and
they're naked. Look at them.
Yeah, but you wear a little robe and have a titty hanging
He wants
out.
plots to his porno, and he wants his naked girls clothed.
And he
Not
wants
a clothes, a robe, and I want it open in the front, and I want you staring right at me.
He wants a wardrobe.
Sounds like he's trying to live out a fantasy, actually.
Yeah,
I think
here comes the
is anybody
little
up
guy.
for the Wiffle Ball that challenge?
Wiffle ball bat
We'll
challenge.
give an extra 100 to whoever wants to do the wiffle ball bat challenge.
Wow.
I'll let Opie and Anthony.
Wow.
play.
An extra 100. Well, here's how it goes. We haven't done this in a year, probably.
That bat is almost retired.
See the bat?
I was here the first time it happened.
That is a wiffle ball bat.
Yeah.
There, you see the markings on it with the corresponding names to the mark. What is done is a condom is rolled onto the bat. A lot of lubrication is used, and you could put it anywhere you want, as long as it's a hole in between the waist and kneecaps. And then we see how far it can go. We mark it, put the name, and whoever can get it the furthest wins. You might ask what you win. We've never given a prize to it. But if anyone
100 to do it and 200 to
is
win.
into it, look, don't feel any pressure about having to beat the mark on there. Just doing it.
You're a what?
I'm a cock hog.
You're a cock hog?
Do you see how
100,
fast?
100 to try it
You see
and
how fast
200 to
Steve
win.
and Nathaniel jam mics in her face? I'm a cock hog. Just right in her face.
You'll get 100 to do it, and 200 if you can beat the mark. No, there's no beating the mark.
I don't care how big of a cock hog you are.
Look at the name on the mark, Bob Kelly. Of course you're not beating that.
You're not beating that, is right. I popped
you
5
can move it with some
hemorrhoids getting that
gamma.
up there. They shut out like pomegranate seeds.
All right, they're studying the bat, Anthony. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's very clean. A condom is used every time.
we use condoms.
So what do you say,
You're
girls?
like Asian businessmen right now.
Please break our dry spell for the Wiffle Ball Bat Challenge. And also, more importantly than breaking the dry spell, winning money, or anything, is just the fact that we're doing this when little fucking Jimmy isn't here, and it will kill him. He will hate the fact that after a year, we pull out the bat and he's not here to see it. Good.
I have condoms also.
Oh, Hollywood-leaving bastard.
Well, I brought...
You brought condoms with you? So you are the cock hog. Which
I
one
can't
or
make it
both?
to the mark. I have a small pussy.
Hey, cock hog, you want to try it?
Cock, hog.
Cock hog. Cock hog. Cock hog. Cock hog. Cock hog. Cock hog.
All right, I'll try.
Yeah! The bat is back! If we could ask you to come up on the console over here.
Gamma-o.com.
Any position you want.
Now he's plugging away.
You need a non-flavored.
Now let me
Non-flavored
also...
condom.
Yeah, no
That's
flavor.
a simple request.
No flavors.
Oh, we're here, ladies.
Now also, let me tell you, please, be careful with it. You will insert it at your own speed, your own depth. And the second you start feeling uncomfortable, please stop.
Yeah,
we don't want you to
The
hurt.
second your tongue starts to come out of your mouth, stop.
We used to push it in for the
Oh,
girls.
please. Opie used to line up with his driver from golf and smack it in. It was very, very painful for the girls.
Titanium one wood.
No, what's the other sport with the mallets?
Oh, croquet?
Croquet.
Yeah, he'd put his foot on your pubic mound and smack it in.
Use a highlight glove.
No, give me that.
Who saw this coming today, man?
God bless
The
America.
bat is back.
We slowly progress towards this.
I love it. Jimmy has been holding us down.
That's right.
Somehow,
That's right.
the girls see Jimmy and don't want to do shit.
Then you need a little sexy jawline.
I
That's what
don't
you
miss
need.
Jimmy
Is that what it
anymore.
is? It's like
I don't miss him
I got
anymore.
the little goatee. I'm all right.
Fuck Jimmy Norton.
That's right.
He's been blocking us now.
Blocker.
What? Opie, think about it. Think of all the shit that used to go on before Jimmy.
Right.
And then think of when Jimmy came aboard. All that stopped. The girls didn't want to take their clothes off. We couldn't get girls naked.
They were scared of him.
Because they thought a little bald kid was in the studio.
We went from cock blocker to cock hog.
Right.
One day.
Now we got cock hog. Cock hog. Oh, Miss Cock hog. If you would please step up on the console.
Huh?
Cock hog.
Lesbian shows together.
They do lesbian shows
great.
together, Anthony.
These are
Wow.
real, too, right?
Yeah.
Are they real?
You tell me. I can't.
That is
Those are
fantastic.
probably the most perfect.
Well, I had a reduction a couple years ago.
Unbelievable. Perfect.
You could pull the newspapers off of there because their ass will
Yeah.
probably pick it up with pictures like Silly Putty or something.
Oh, that could be funny, though.
Wouldn't that be funny? She got a picture of Dondi on her ass.
I want the headline, Katrina Killers on her ass.
A picture of a dead Yorkie on her ass. Whoa.
All right. All right.
Wow.
She is lubing up. The condom is already rolled on.
You got to get it all down the side,
bat.
too, though.
Oh, you want more?
Yeah, use a lot.
I'm a bad
We
sport.
like it
Sweetie.
juicy.
Where do the
You
girls
gotta
do
get
the
it all
lesbian
over.
shows? Where do you do the lesbian
right
shows?
here.
Okay.
Wherever
Oh my.
Wherever you
After
want
the
us
back.
to.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Screw handing out WOW stickers today. That's why they came in.
She's my favorite, by the way.
It took Gamma O to bring back the wiffle ball
My
bat out of
speed.
retirement.
What's your name?
Mystic.
Mystic is sitting on Robert Kelly's
She's
lap.
sitting on
Yeah.
pizza.
And
My
you,
name's Pizza.
and you like her boobs, you said?
Yeah, well, yes.
Very lovely.
Matter of fact, I do.
36.
You need I need a
Get a
tissue,
tissue.
too, by the way.
Yeah. 36 full Ds, probably?
These right here?
They're up.
I'll tell you. Let me guess, because I'm really good at it.
And
These
then-
are definitely
wait,
a
and
D.
then, And then I'll guess.
Oh, well, I got a little mushroom cap right now. Me and Harry.
A little gamma O will fix you.
Yeah, is that what it does?
Yeah, it's a testosterone booster.
So it makes your...
It's like
You can't say hog booster
Dude.
or something.
we can say whatever you want, but
Yeah.
Dude, just lie. It says
it doesn't make it bigger,
and
but
you guys will
it
be
makes it
millionaires.
harder.
Maybe keeps
Yeah.
it hard.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's an enhancer, a sexual
You know what?
enhancer.
The testosterone is like fuel for the man body.
Do you have one on you?
Yeah.
No, but we'll
We
send
have
you
a
one.
free bottle.
We keep sending stuff here. It keeps coming back.
You just brought a bunch of girls in here, and you didn't bring one pill like a
No, it's not a pill. It's a liquid.
liquid. You gotta drink
Yeah.
it.
You drink it, yeah.
1 ounce a day.
That's right.
It works phenomenally well.
Do you realize if Harry was still here, he would have woken up in a jail in L.A. tomorrow, not knowing where he had been? This would have
he'd be
put him
blowing
over
me.
the top.
You know, God bless the guy, but you can see it in his eyes. That
He is hanging on by a thread.
I'm hanging on by a thread. What about me?
We want to get this started with the bat here.
All right,
Of course we do.
We might have to do real radio.
So you have a
Yeah,
silky
you gotta
ass.
back up a
This
little.
is fantastic. Let her, you want to put your feet up on a chair or something, like stirrups at the old gyno's office?
Oh my God.
Put one on your shoulder.
You want a speculum? Whatever that's called?
Speculum. You want some salad
You want a
prongs?
spatula? Here we go. Yes, we are ready.
This has gotta go.
Yeah, get that out of there.
Okay, ready?
And I can't see what has to go there.
Opie, what do you need me to tell you?
But she said, what
Oh,
has
she had
to
to
go?
push the chair out of the way.
Oh, okay.
All right. That's as far as
That's
I
it?
can go.
Come
All
on.
right, mark it.
No, we didn't mark it.
Wow. You
Wow.
went pretty good.
What? Let me see.
You are like...
She went. She won.
I told you she's a cock
She
hog.
won.
I swear, it's either she won or she's an eighth inch from...
Cock hog has won.
You beat the mark.
Cock hog wins.
Cock hog.
Good for cock hog.
Wow.
Good for CH.
That's good. Wipe that piece of spleen off of the tip of that.
Wait,
Wow.
Wait, Eric has something to say.
Her
What,
hair
Eric?
got longer.
She didn't make it. There's a mark down here.
What a
Oh.
Yeah, but that's my mark. We'll wipe that off. That don't count.
What a buzzkill,
I
Eric
know,
is.
she didn't make
She didn't
it.
make it.
Who
There's
did the
another
other
mark
mark?
there.
Fuck, dude, you're not an Olympic judge. Nothing?
Shoving it up in any holes.
Exactly.
She's got a good point there.
All right,
Wow,
then.
cock hog. Great job.
Good for you.
Round of applause.
Good for you.
Gamma O. Gamma O.
Oh, that. By the way, that's how big my boyfriend's cock is from taking Gamma O.
Is it really?
Yes.
Wow.
That big?
Almost the size of the bat.
Poor
So
girl.
you could play a game with his cock?
Always,
Like-
yeah.
You could take it to the beach and have a nice wiffle ball game? Throw a curveball in?
I prefer the park.
Now, do you want to give this a whirl?
Me?
Oh,
No.
I can't beat her.
Oh, you're talking
You can't beat her.
All right, well.
Just to try it.
Just try it.
You
Try
can
it.
put it
do
in
You
half
can do it. You
half
can
of
do
what
it.
she did
Just
if you
a little
want.
bit.
You know what? She tried.
There you go.
Yeah, I like your attitude.
Just because she
This
tried.
girl's a sweetheart.
Of course, just because the other one,
We'll call you cocksuckling.
What's that? Cock suckling?
Yeah. Maybe someday she could grow into a
Oh
cock
my
hog.
God, she's got like a perfect ass.
Yeah. Oh, partners. Well, that works.
Yeah, they're lesbian partners, Anthony. They do lesbian shows in their free time.
She's the
Fantastic.
She's
The
the cock
condom
hog.
is rolled on. She is lubing it up.
All right.
How do we get Jimmy Norton's first day away? We have the bat used twice on
Twice.
two different girls
Right.
in one day. He is going to be livid.
Breathe in.
I need foreplay. Talk to me.
Wait,
I gotta try to
Foreplay?
put her on.
And you're going to
Yeah.
Bob?
All right, well, cock hog is...
Just wait a second. I'm going to
hit her over the head with a hammer.
Focus in, baby.
Oh,
Focus in,
I
baby.
gotta give her some foreplay.
That's focusing, baby.
You're in Bat's arm.
Go ahead, Robert. Help her out.
Listen, baby.
Oh, I just got KY in my hair.
You know to really ruin a moment, don't you?
It's a work hazard.
Give her some
Take
talk.
your time, sweetie. Take your time, baby. Take your time. Shh.
Deep breath. Deep breath.
Deep breath. Deep breath.
Calmo.
Calmo. Yeah, tutto bene, calmo. Easy.
Oh, how you doing?
Easy. Nice.
Breathe.
Feel like a.
No, won't go any further.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Let me see.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, not bad, not bad.
We could date.
That's not bad.
I actually have a chance with this one.
Oh, Gamma. Oh.
That's good.
Do we have a moist towelette? How about a Lysol towelette?
Coming out of me.
What happened? You
What
bumped
happened
into
there?
the cervix?
I still got KY coming out of me.
You all right?
Chip the tooth.
This is just not normal, man.
Oh, I love it.
You go for a hat trick?
Well, the girls are going to be walking around the area handing out wow stickers, I guess, huh?
Any other ladies want to piss off Jim Norton by doing this? And we could say we had 3 girls try.
She said she'll give it a shot.
Yeah, give it a shot. You don't have to win. It's not about winning. This is like the Special Olympics.
Everyone gets a
wins.
prize. That's right. Everyone gets
All
a
right.
trophy.
Who's Jimmy Norton? Jimmy.
She's rolling the condom on.
I guess we're
Who
a lot
cares?
A lot of people asking how can we see pictures of these girls. I guess we're going to throw some stuff up on opieandancy.com.
Yeah, don't you worry about it, people.
CountryMusic.com.
I need some gum.
What do we got going on?
If Steve gives us a link, we'll link to you guys so everybody can see it right from our site.
All right,
Very
we'll figure
nice.
that out.
Very nice.
Now we got the
Hot
girl.
dog, but I can do it with my legs behind my head.
Oh, there you go.
do it with the
This
legs
is the girl
behind her
that
head.
put her legs behind her head. She's a bit smaller. We got cock hog, and now we got cock ouch.
Her legs are going behind her head.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You got to lube it really good.
No, she put a lubricated condom on.
Oh, okay.
No, you gotta use more
lube,
lube than that.
Yeah, more lube.
Yeah, you gotta put more lube on there. Here, sweetie, let me open this for you.
It's not real. She's just.
I don't need the tub.
There you go. Ready?
Like she's going to get some go-go juice out of it.
Get that far.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
All right.
Ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
No, you need a hang on. Stay right there.
Well, she
I'm
can't
messy
phase
all
it.
over. I got KY.
There's that extra muscle, though.
There you go.
All right.
I don't know.
There you go.
Wipe with the
All right, now I have.
t-shirt.
Ugh, boy.
Right?
That's kind of nasty.
Wow.
Wow, this
Here we
is
go.
wide.
Come here, sweetie.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow.
What do we got going on?
Nice.
Doing
Go.
pretty good.
Good for you.
That it?
That's good. Let's go. Keep going. You can do it.
Same?
Good for you.
Oh, she's pushing.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Don't hurt yourself. Jesus, don't hurt yourself.
Wow, not bad. Not bad.
All right. Wow. Well.
I could never be with any of these girls.
No.
I like small dicks, so.
Then I could be with her.
Jesus Christ. What did somebody make this girl for me? She's got a J-Lo ass, perfect real tits, nice pillow lips, and she likes small cocks. What did I do right today?
You sat in that seat.
God bless this seat. Jimmy who?
I thought you two were going to do a show.
I think we should be
So you
taken
two
out
are
with
gonna
a
do a show.
little lesbian show, a little example of the lesbian show you girls do.
You guys do a lesbian show?
Yeah, a little bit.
Really?
On the Liberator, perhaps?
Yeah.
And
All
then
right. Well, we got the
let me
Liberator
clean up the spot for you guys.
from the fine people at the Liberator Company. Thank you, Will.
Paper home now.
No, we'll put it on eBay and auction this paper off.
I think we should auction off the original wiffle ball bat. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Good idea.
We'd get thousands
That's
of
a
dollars for that
huge
thing.
item.
I think you should engrave Gamma O right on the back.
Gamma-O.com. Gamma O.
Poor
Who knew,
little
man?
Jimmy
Who
Norton.
knew? Who knew?
Who knew that the girls would come in and do this
That's
today?
right.
We plan stuff out weeks in advance, and it never pans out.
Right.
The girls come in, they're all me. But you girls, I barely got notice you were coming in. You're in, and the best group of girls we've ever had. Unbelievable.
Yesterday was good.
No complaining.
Oh, yeah, no complaining.
We're just here to promote Gamma O. That's it.
Yes, you are.
Where are you from, sweetie? You from New York?
Yeah, Queens.
Nice.
Queens.
Queens.
I
think Bob likes her.
What?
I think you like her.
What do you mean, like her?
I think you might ask her to go steady.
Is that what you just said? Oh, Jesus. I think Bob really likes this girl. I still have KY coming out of my twat. What did you say? Remember the time we first met, honey? How could I forget? I had KY coming out of my twat for 7 days.
All right, the girls are getting on the Liberator.
Yeah, let's get rid of the gum.
That's called?
The Liberator, it's called, yes.
I saw that at Shopper Image.
Yeah, that's great.
The leopard print's a little tacky, but it's comfortable.
It comes in all different types of coverings.
Right.
To you, girl.
Can I at least kiss her first to make
You girls do whatever you want.
Want to do a little scene? Do deep throat scene. Pretend you're a doctor, and she has something wrong.
Let him go at it.
A gynecologist? Put your legs in the stirrup, please.
Harry Reams banging his perfect gray hair against the wall right now. That he missed this. That he
really
missed this.
Watch me fall.
He's outside drinking.
Oh, he's doing shots.
Right.
Fuck my wife.
He's
Fuck
got a
the
mind
real estate business.
Fuck Jesus.
Right.
Back in porno.
Back in porno.
The
old creepy guy.
He's growing his mustache back.
As we speak, right? Jesus.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Oh, my
there.
God.
You're just noticing that?
Well, we
had to get the funny in.
Busy.
Ladies, we had to get the funny in because there's some people out there that still want the funny. Two girls very naked on the Liberator. Thank you, Liberator.
Look at how they're breasts.
Thank you, Opie and
brushing
Anthony.
each other. This is
Thank you, Gamma O.
Thank you, Gamma O.
Yes, Gamma O. Thank you, Gamma O, for bringing wonderful girls in. Oh, a little nipple play. That's nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Just laying back on
I
the
like the
Liberator.
kissing, too. That was nice. It was kind of sexy.
Her titties licked by the other girl. Wonderful.
Anthony?
As we line up for this last shot.
I like the licking of the areola.
Yeah. Last time they were together, she birdied this hole.
Do you guys want to get closer so you can see what we're actually doing?
I'll just hold.
You don't want us to get closer so you don't see what we're actually doing.
That's perfect. Oh, that's great.
Robert's having a great appearance today.
Maybe if you could lift that right leg up a little bit.
Oh.
This one?
No,
Yeah, can you just
There you go.
Cut
Now
that
I
leg
can
off.
see perfect. Wow.
Wowee.
Look at the view.
That's a pretty...
Can you get that mic a little further out of my eye?
It's not a mic, honey. There we go.
Wow, that's a pretty vagina. I was going to say stink wrinkle, but I didn't want to say that.
No,
That'd be
Beef
disrespectful.
curtains.
Beef curtains. She
Yeah.
doesn't have beef curtains. Though that's actually a packaged little pink pleasure happy love lamp. I think that's what they call it in the business.
Yeah. And she is working it.
Jesus, she is, and she has a nice cucka too. Look at that.
You're making her laugh.
She's laughing inside of her pussy. What does that sound like?
That's it. That's a
All right, let's hear it for the girls from
Girls,
Gamma O.
bravo.
Very nice.
I am stunned we got this kind of action today.
And go to gamma-o.com, right?
Wow.
Gamma O.
These girls are going to be walking around the station handing out wow stickers for us.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got to take a break. We've been on the air for like an hour and a half straight.
Yeah.
So I have to go to the bathroom. My water pills.
Water pills, you faggot.
Hey, you want to talk about your water pills now?
That's great. Wow, we found out Jimmy has been cock-blocking us the whole time.
Well.
Little Jimmy Norton. The girls look at him and run with their clothes on, wearing parkas. They run out of the studio. Jimmy's not here. Day one, 2 wiffle ball bats, lesbian girls, all 3 wiffle ball bats.
3.
All girls completely naked.
Legs behind the head. Porno star legend.
He ran away, though.
Cock hog, for God's sake.
Cock hog.
That's...
Cock hog's a great
Cock
name.
hog is a brand new name on the message board. I guarantee you that.
Hey, Cock hog, how you doing?
Cock hog, when you were growing up, what did you want to be?
Cock hog.
Honestly, I still don't know.
Yeah?
Right.
When did you get your first cock?
When I was 17.
17?
Yeah.
And you couldn't get enough after that?
Absolutely.
Wow. That's
good for you.
Bravo.
All right.
Good for you. What do you do, sweetie?
I'm a stripper.
Really? God bless you. Over by the airport?
Where?
Private stuff.
Private stuff?
Yeah. Bachelor parties, things like that?
Bachelor parties.
Really?
And then promotion for Gamma O.
Good for you, sweetie. Good for you and everything you do.
What about you? What are you?
Same.
Same?
Good stripper?
The same. Stripper and
Yeah.
promo model.
Really? What about you, sweetie, in the back?
I promote for Gamma O. It's a great product. And I'm a cosmetologist.
Did you guys beat them up?
Yeah.
It works. Let me tell you. Huh?
Every morning, my boyfriend wakes up with a big Woody, and I love it.
Ooh. Wow. I got to get some of this stuff.
How about that?
I got to get some of this stuff.
It's great stuff.
All right.
Keep sending you guys stuff.
With that, we're going to take a break.
All righty, let's
everyone
take a
in
break.
the studio.
Thank you.
Gamma.com, everyone. Gamma-O.com.
I will. Do you? Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Like sand through the hourglass, so is the Owenay virus.
Both radio, and I've worked for all of them, so, you know, but I always thought it was such a stupid thing. It's the home of rock and roll, and all the other rock stations in your area, they're not the home of rock and roll. We're the home of rock and roll.
Ah!
Oh, no.
Right on my fucking foot! That fucking thing fell again! Right on my fucking foot! I can't tell you how many times last week I asked for this to be fixed, and it just fell on my fucking bad foot. I have a foot thing on my foot, and it just fell on it.
Don't laugh.
I'm trying. He has a foot thing on his foot.
He has a
foot thing on his foot.
Why did that fall again?
Why did that fall again on my bad foot? Dude, I got a boot on my foot because I have tendonitis, I have arthritis, and I have ligament damage.
He's got old man foot.
And right on my goddamn foot. That's the third time that fucking thing has fucking fallen.
Third time.
Holy shit, is that aggravating?
Anthony and Jimmy very serious, and me and Bob get up.
Oh. It should not have fallen again.
Right on my foot. Holy shit.
I saw his face. He just heard that freaking whack. Scared the shit out of everybody. And then you look at him.
Scare me, man.
Don't he look like a stress doll? Somebody squeezed his gut. And then he just, I got a foot thing on my fucking foot.
Look at his foot.
I got an arm thing on my foot.
Look at this thing. Look at this thing he has to wear.
Big foot thing.
I have enough problems.
He's going snowboarding after the show.
I'm trying to avoid surgery.
Yeah.
And I have stage 4 damage. I have stage 3 damage. I'm 1 inch from surgery.
And now you get stage 4.
And I want to bite somebody's fucking face for that. How did that happen? I want to know who fixed
you
that.
On the AZT for the
Why
stage?
did it not why was that not fixed?
No one fixed it. It wasn't fixed.
Holy shit, is that irritating?
It was
Prop
fixed,
it
it
up.
wouldn't have fallen.
How big was the thing that fell, though?
It's this big. It's a piece of solid, and it falls. It's probably 8 inches off the ground.
Opie probably has fishing string over there. Just all right, right now.
Whack! My fucking foot! I got a foot of a foot on my foot! Let that fucking foot!
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
We're back with the Opie and Anthony program on this fine Whip 'em Out Wednesday. What a crazy, crazy show so far.
Yeah, man.
And it's only going to get better. We got Otto and George in studio today.
Thank you. I got to follow the wiffle ball bat and Harry Reams. Great. I got a little Katrina material here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like the Hurricane Katrina
How do you follow a wiffle ball bat?
I know, Otto. We
50 people in here a minute ago.
We always fuck Otto so bad. He's got to follow the craziest shit.
And the Beatles next, and then me.
Yeah, it's the Beatles and then Otto and George. Jesus. Oh, I forgot to tell you, we're going to have to bump you because we got the Rolling Stones coming in for a quick interview. It's only a 5-minute interview, though, Otto.
And Mick's going to do the bat.
Yeah. Well, we had girls with the wiffle ball bat, and Harry Reams, legendary porn star.
Yeah, he was something, huh?
From Deep Throat fame. He doesn't remember 4 years of his life, Otto.
Yeah, we were listening in the car. 4 years of his life, huh?
Yeah.
Jesus. Did he make any money on that movie, or?
Nah.
You know, we forgot to ask him that, but I don't think
a couple of bucks, but
he
those
said he
guys
got paid
didn't
$100.
make shit. Yeah,
he got paid $100
a day.
$100, and it's
something like that.
The top-grossing porn film of all time.
He's one of those guys hanging from a thread, though. He's hanging for, and you can tell. He's been hanging on for 16 years, and he wants a drink, he wants to fuck, he wants to nothing.
You can see it in his eyes. Yeah, because he's dressed in the part of a Christian, a real estate broker.
No, he was the one, by the way, that got the girl to flash her pussy. We weren't even trying for that. He went, hey, let's show me a little something. The second the girls walked in, he was like, hey, show me a little something.
Right.
Like the old Harry came out.
That's all it's going to take.
He did turn in like 2 seconds.
2 seconds?
Hey, settle down, Robert, and show me your pussy.
Yeah, I didn't see that snatch. Hey, he started the whole thing, and then, you know what it would take? Nothing. I wish we still had the Jaeger machine here. I'd love to have gotten him drunk.
Anthony.
I would love to come.
He's got 16 years of sobriety. You want to throw him down the gutter?
We should have sent a camera to follow him after his appearance.
You think he's up at
I guarantee they got him in a straitjacket right now going, Harry, it's going to be okay. You know he scores.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that almost threw me off the wagon.
Throwing back shots. Yeah, you like that, huh?
Oh, my God.
Well, Robert was saying some interesting stuff during the commercial. That you were ready to just dive in and say screw everything, right?
Yeah, but I didn't.
Of course not.
I know you didn't, trust me.
I know.
But it's very interesting that switch in your head was ready to
There's always I'm telling you, man, with that, I mean, that sex addiction, there's a switch. All she had to do is go, seriously, eat my pussy, fag. And I would have.
And you'd have been right down
I would
there.
you got it. You got to prove you're not a fag.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here with all these guys on Gamma O, and I'm not going to eat some pussy. Honey, you have to understand.
A little KY in your mustache.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I didn't. It was that stuff like that. I mean, you could see it in Harry, too. You could see it. 2 seconds. He was like, God and Christian and 16 years and Utah and then show me your pussy.
The second he looked at that
turn
snatch.
around, second.
It's the perv switch.
Yeah.
He has it.
You got
the
it, too?
perv switch goes off in your head.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking like anybody, even dentists, professional people. It's when you read about it all the time, when these dentists feel up these chicks when they're under anesthesia. They don't leave that day thinking they're going to feel up a chick, but the switch goes off. And a hot chick sits down. She's got a huge set of tits. She sits in the chair.
She's
They're
snoring.
like, okay, I'm going to put some nitrous here, and let me check this. All right, the third bicuspid of, I need those tits! They just, bam, it happens that fast. You just turn. And then before you know it, she's coming to, her shirt is still open, and you're in jail.
And you wreck your whole
Thank you,
career.
Albert DeSalvo.
It happens. It happens. Cops the side of a door writing a ticket. All right, did you know how fast you were going? You were speeding there. Eat that box! Boom! Like that. All of a sudden, internal affairs, your career's over, you're done.
You ever get arrested? Show me your ass. Show me your ass.
Show me your ass.
Where were you tonight? The Kit Kat Club? Show me with your mouth. Show me with your mouth. Show me how you suck a guy's cock. The last time I'm going to ask you.
He just was pulling them over for a ticket.
Yeah, see?
And he snapped the switch.
Lost his mind.
Show me your cock.
Bush talking live on TV. Hey,
big shit.
He just snapped too. He's like, "Hey, Louisiana, show me your cock."
Show me your cock.
Well, what is the latest on Hurricane Karina?
Karina.
Did you hear this yet?
What?
Hurricane Karina?
No. What, a song? No.
No, it's not even a song.
Yeah, who is this?
Listen to this voice pronouncing the hurricane wrong. It's only one of the biggest events to hit America in the last, I don't know.
Maybe it wasn't on the news enough.
Maybe not. Listen to this.
Because of Hurricane Karina are starting to school this week. And I also want to encourage anybody who is affected by Hurricane Karina to make sure their children...
Now, who was that?
Who do you think that was, Otto?
Dumb bitch, I guess.
Well,
the Gamma O girls?
You really don't know who that was?
No.
Robert, do you know who that is? All right, don't give it away. Let's play it again.
Let me listen.
Listen again, very closely. You should know this voice.
Because of Hurricane Karina are starting to school this week. And I also want to encourage anybody who is affected by Hurricane Karina
Bush?
to make sure their children...
The president's wife.
Wow.
It's only the president's wife.
I got it too, right? That second one. Karina.
Hurricane Karina.
Hurricane Karina.
It wasn't on the news that much. Only black people. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Hurricane Karina.
Wow.
Fats Domino's missing. Who cares?
Domino.
She got Katrina and Colored mixed up.
They just sent out the National Guard if it was Axl Rose. Meanwhile, they can't get Fats Domino.
Yeah, get Sean Penn in there. Get those sea monkeys out of there. Have some compassion.
Did you just say it is the puppet?
Oh yeah, I forgot. I brought the puppet.
It's all good if it comes out of the puppet.
It's out of the puppet. We're all in the clear.
That's how it works. You
Really?
know that, Otto? Come on. Help us out a little bit.
Sea monkeys is funny, man.
It's just awful.
I'm not racist, but that's a good one.
Wow.
I love black people, but sea monkeys is funny.
All right, we got something from Bush. Listen to this.
Katrina exposed serious problems in our response capability at all levels of government. And to the extent that the federal government didn't fully do its job right, I take responsibility.
All right, he takes responsibility. All's good now. I love that about politicians and people. You just all you have to say is, "I take responsibility," and it's okay.
Takes responsibility,
It's
and
okay
then
now.
and then goes forward and says how I took responsibility, but we got to move on now and find out what went right and what went wrong. That's the way to do it. No more finger pointing. I like how they just threw that FEMA guy under the bus. That Brown. Oh my God! First they send him back up to D.C. They put one of the National Guard guys or some Navy guy in charge down there. And they send him back to D.C., and the press asked, what's the deal with Brown from FEMA? Why is he taken out of the site? And they went, well, we moved him back up to D.C. so he can oversee the big picture. So he can, be up there and oversee the big picture. He did a great job. And then a couple of days later, his resignation is being tendered. Bye-bye.
See you later.
And people really resign. Like anyone has resigned because they want to leave. You're fired. That's the way you get fired in Washington. They give you a chance to slit your wrists in the bathtub with the wine and everything, and they'll take care of your family kind of thing.
A lot of jobs give you the chance to just resign, wink, wink.
Yeah, you have to resign. If Eddie Murphy catches you on videotape lying, you have to
resign.
Yeah, always resign.
We never got a chance to resign, did we?
No. We weren't really fired, though.
You guys were never fired. You were still on the thing, right?
Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Thank you.
We never really were fired. We just had to sit.
Lucky us.
Sit and sit and sit. Mm-hmm. Hey, we got a Robert Kelly voiceover demo.
Oh, no.
Robert
this
Kelly
from?
sitting in for Jim Norton today. What's this, Robert?
Shit. Shit. That's, I put it on my website because I thought it was funny, but I have a voiceover agent, and
You're trying to get voiceovers?
No. This guy met me he actually was walking up to Keith Robinson at the cellar one night, giving him his card, and I took it and threw it in the gutter, and I said, "Do you really want that awful voice? What are you selling, fried chicken? God damn it, buy my chicken! Wow. God damn it, you gotta know how to get the chicken in the house. I have 550 special herbs and spices, and all of them Philly. God damn it. Now give it up for Jim Norton." So I had to actually pay for this myself, too.
Oh.
I had to go and do a voiceover. They just give you these things to read. These commercials, you read them, and then they give you this tape, and he puts it on the website. And this is what they use.
So you paid to have this. It's like a resume almost.
Yeah, it was like $80.
Yeah.
And you have it, and he puts it on his website, but I asked him for a copy of it so I could put it on my website.
Yeah.
Just so people
potential clients will go to this website and pick out voices.
And say, he's the voice I want for my product.
Yeah, the only one I've ever booked from this is an angry baby. I'm not even kidding.
What did they need an angry baby
I don't know.
How did that voice go?
Hey, you, over here. Come here. No.
That's Joe Pesci.
Yeah, but it's an angry baby. If they put a
No,
baby
it's
to
Joe
it.
Pesci.
If they say,
Joe Pesci.
Yeah, but if it was in North Carolina. If they say this is an angry baby.
Like an angry baby.
It sounds
This
like
is Joe
Norris
Pesci.
doing the mini wheat.
Exactly.
This is Joe Pesci. Ready?
Yeah.
What the fuck kind of people are they, huh? Come here. Hey, Jesus. Hey, Henry, come here.
Now it turned into angry baby.
No, this is angry baby. This is angry baby.
All right, wait. Let us. All right, you do one.
This is Angry Baby for the abortion clinic. Come on down. We got a 2-for-1.
What fucking product needed angry baby?
Yeah.
It was a healthcare thing.
Was it healthcare?
Yeah.
And what was wrong with the baby that he was angry?
I was mad because.
All right, hold on. You do the voice, and Ant and I will guess Joe Pesci or angry baby. Go ahead. I'm even closing my eyes.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
He is.
Hang on.
Listen, let me tell you something here. This healthcare plan stinks for me.
I think it's a trick.
Baby
Joe
Pesci.
Baby Pesci.
Baby Pesci.
That was the angry baby.
Oh, all right. Now Joe Pesci.
All right, ready?
Spider, give me a fucking drink. Jesus.
Exactly.
There's a slight difference. As an actor, I made a choice.
Hold on, we're going to do this
Joe's
right.
not angry in that one.
Do the famous line from Goodfellas.
All right.
The Spidey and all that.
All right.
Spider. Go ahead.
All right. I'll do the...
from Pesci.
What kind of people are they? I'll do that line.
All right, go ahead.
When he's
As
coming
Joe
out of the house.
Pesci, right?
Yeah, Joe Pesci.
All right,
Ready?
go ahead, go ahead.
Ready?
What the fuck kind of people are they? Hey, Henry, come here.
There you go.
I like
All
that.
right.
Okay.
Now
good.
do the exact same line as the angry baby. All right, here we go.
Hang on, I gotta get in character.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on one second.
Here we go.
Because it's a little different.
Otto, close your eyes.
It's a little different. It's just a slight... I just gotta get... All right, here we go.
Here we go.
What the hell kind of people are they? Henry, come here.
You owe Joe Pesci some money for your new
Wow, that
character.
is the same exact voice.
It's slightly different. It's slightly different.
Slightly
It
different.
is and the first one I said, hey, what kind of people are there? The second one I said, what kind of people are there?
Right, that's true.
The baby wouldn't know how to use hey.
You changed it up a little bit.
I changed it up a little bit.
The fuck? Ooh, this guy's a fucking moron.
All right, well, Bob Kelly's voiceover demo. Some samples. Here we go. Here's you talking about Gamefly. We like the guys
I love
from Gamefly.
When's the last time the mail got you this excited? Now at Gamefly.com, you can rent every new release for PS2, Xbox, and GameCube, and it won't cost you anything. We even pay the shipping. Go to www.gamefly.com for your free trial.
That whole Boston thing, man. Jesus Christ, does that come through?
And you know
For your Xbox. Xbox.
Gamefly.com. Come here, Joe.
There's 49 states going, I ain't buying this shit just because of his voice.
But did you hear that one part? And it won't cost you a thing.
That's not. We at Xbox, what do you work there now? You work over at Gamefly? You're like the collective we.
No,
we can offer you.
But those aren't real.
We can offer you Sox tickets, for God's sake, you motherfucker.
Hey, Sully, come here for a second, you cock fuck.
Sully, where's your PSP?
I hope you...
I got some good fucking games for this shit.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking kick you right in your neck with this fucking ninja game.
Look at this wicked cool fucking game.
Watch this, I hit X, diamond, and a left one, you fuckface. You're a fish-faced enemy of the people, you fucking weirdo.
Where? Come to Gamefly. Where? It's great for PSP or your Xbox. Even Nintendo 97.
All right, well, you were just playing the regular guy there. That
was a regular guy.
That was a regular guy.
I'm expecting your voice to be a little different for the Wendy's read. Is it? Don't tell me it's the same fucking voice.
The thing is,
so now he does baby bopping.
This is
you know when you do a demo, you got to give him a few flavors.
Mix
here.
it up a little.
Yeah.
Well, how about that Xbox?
Well, I tell you what happened.
See, I like Wendy's burgers. They're swell.
All right, let's listen to the Wendy's read. It's
right.
quick.
Who can enjoy a full moon on an empty stomach? Now, no one has to. Wendy's Late Night. Classic single, classic double, classic triple. Eat great, even late.
What is wrong with you?
That one?
Well,
That's Bruce Willis.
This is the weirdest thing, though, is the guy told me while I was doing this, I was actually jerking him off while I was doing it just to get into the mood.
Literally.
You can tell me that Wendy's closing. Wendy's single.
You were using the movie guy voice. In a small town. That guy.
Was I?
Yeah. That was definitely the drama was there.
Look, I met this guy in front of the cellar. He said, do you do voiceovers? I go, I never have. He goes, would you like to try? I go, yeah, whatever. So
$80.
But then I go to this place, and this guy literally comes in on his day off. He does sound for a living. But he comes on his day off to do this horse shit for this guy. So he's like, let's go. I got to go. How you doing? Nice to get in the booth. Yeah, just read this text.
Now, hold on. I'm thinking something here.
Right.
I'm hearing the music.
Right.
I'm hearing the voice.
Right.
Now, the voice corresponds with the music.
Right.
Did you know what type of music they were going to play before you did the voice, or did they use their knowledge and expertise to put the music? Because that dramatic Wendy's music is behind your dramatic read voice. It would be funny if there was like carnival music behind that.
Right. This is the choice I made.
All right.
When I heard the music, I was actually picture a night with you can see the moon, but the clouds are going in front of it. It's chilly.
So
can
you
see
knew
your
the
breath,
music
but not
was
too cold.
You knew it was going to be dramatic
and
music.
I was on top of a hill.
So you gave the
And
dramatic read.
I had 3 burgers.
Uh-huh.
One is classic, a Wendy's classic
single,
a classic double, and a classic triple.
Yeah.
But you're not Clint Eastwood.
Eat my burgers, punk.
Right. Well, it was a choice I made. It was a little cold out. The moon was
You
out.
gotta ask yourself, is that a Wendy's classic or a Wendy's triple punk?
Fatso.
right.
Hey, I really sounded like I was fucking the burgers.
All right, well, we're listening to the voiceover demo from Bob Kelly.
Oh, shit.
Starbucks.
Oh.
Was there a Starbucks?
All right,
Do you have
Opie, what do you think?
Do you have a Starbucks voice?
Dramatic, fun, regular guy. What type of voice did he use on this
I'm going to go with a little bit of a faggy delivery.
Are you thinking like preppy?
Yeah, a little.
Kind of regular guy, but a little more energetic
Yeah, a little.
and preppy-like?
Yeah.
It's got to be energy because it's coffee, for God's sake.
Yeah,
he
can't use this voice.
No. And Starbucks is very young and hip.
Right.
So he's got to do the young hip guy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
A
thinking.
little older than the Gamefly voice.
What do you think, Otto?
The Clint Eastwood would sounded good.
Yeah? Do you like that
What
one?
do I know?
Drink some Starbucks, you motherfucker.
All right, well, let's listen in and see how Bob Kelly does the Starbucks thing.
Starbucks.
One moment for yourself. Starbucks coffee. Take a break this holiday.
Oh,
That was kind of a mix of
how
them,
could you
too.
go to sleep during a coffee commercial? That was dull, Bob.
Well, I'll tell you what I was
I
thinking.
liked your Gamefly so far.
Let me tell you my choice on that one.
Uh-huh.
Is that it was Christmas time.
Christmas.
Okay. And at Christmas time, you're not all crazy.
Right.
But you want coffee, though.
Yeah, but you
Taking
want to
stock of your life, your family.
But this is more like you're taking a cup of coffee to sit down and relax, take a sip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's Christmas.
Coffee to relax. Good.
Relax.
Good idea. Starbucks coffee to relax.
I've been drinking these espressos for hours now. If I hadn't, I'd have been in a fucking coma.
Right.
Jeez. I don't know. I'm not digging that dramatic
Yeah,
read.
we're not feeling the Starbucks.
So far, I'm all with you with the fucking Gamefly fucking Xbox spot.
Yeah, fuck it. I agree totally with you, kid.
Great.
All right, he does an anti-drug commercial.
Anti-drug?
Yeah.
Right.
Let's hear what voice he picks for this one.
It's 3 p.m. Do you know where your kids are? Times have changed. Keeping kids off drugs means knowing what they're up to, even after school. There are ways to do it. Encourage them to stay active in the hours before you get home. Kids involved in after-school activities are less likely to use drugs. Call 1-800-788-2899. Parents, the anti-drug.
Oh, call 1-800-FUCK-A-SYNC.
Do you know where your kids are? In my trunk, whore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hearing you doing that is a little creepy.
Really
you know where your kids are? No? I'll send a note. You send the money.
Yeah. And no Amber Alert. No Amber. There's no Amber Alert. You understand?
Amber.
Amber. If I see Amber on any fucking highway going up the Mass Pike, I'm stabbing her in the throat.
Do you know where your kids are?
No, where? Where are they?
In my trunk. Do you know where?
You're kidding. Why?
They're in my trunk.
I was just talking to them. Now they're in Bob Kelly's trunk.
Yeah, well, you the anti-drug whore.
I'm anti-drug. This is Uncle Alcoholic.
The anti-drug. Ugh. I like it, though. Very serious. Yeah, that's that no joking around here voice.
Yeah, I got a Harry Connick in the background.
Yeah.
Do.
That's a good one.
Why don't we try the clothing store one?
Oh, shit. There's another one?
Yeah, one more. Here it is.
70% off regular prices on the world's finest clothing, shoes, and accessories for men and women. Tomorrow through Sunday.
Ah, that's kind of you'll enjoy yourself here.
Yeah, that's like,
read.
That's like a sale end Sunday type of read.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Wow, what are you doing here when you're probably so busy with offers?
With all your voice work.
I've only booked the Angry Baby.
And that wasn't on your audition?
On the reel?
Yeah.
No, I didn't get that. It wasn't a national thing. It was just for like a North Carolina house. I didn't get it.
Oh, so you didn't get it through? Oh, you didn't get it.
I didn't get I got the gig.
You did?
I got it, but I didn't get a recording of it.
Damn, how could you not bring that?
The Angry Baby?
I want to hear your Angry Baby
I should see if maybe the guy
the
might
health
have.
care?
Yeah, it's health
Is that
care.
what it was?
Hey, you, come here.
Yeah, you over there. Come here. Look it. I might get sick here. You know, this milk might be wrong. Your tit doesn't look too healthy. And I might get sick and puke. What happens then? You got shitty health care, lady.
Oh, Angry Baby. No, I thought you said Angry Baby's all right. I thought you said Angry Baby's all right. You didn't need a drink.
No, I said fucking Angry Baby.
I'm sorry, Angry
needs
Baby.
a drink.
All right, Angry Baby. I thought you said Spider Angry Baby's okay.
No,
all right.
You fucking mook, yeah.
So-
I said fucking I need a drink. You get a drink for him, you get a drink for me, you fucking drink for me, you
So-
fucking give me a fucking drink.
You want a drink, Angry Baby?
Yeah, I want a fucking drink, you
Okay,
fucking
all right,
cocksucker.
Angry Baby.
What is he fucking with? Who's
I
fucking
thought,
with who? What the fuck?
I thought you said
fucking
Spider.
who?
I'm okay, Angry Baby. I'm
You
okay.
fucking dumb fucking. I'm a fucking angry baby. I need a drink every fucking hour. It needs to be warm.
Angry Baby, you're gonna take that one?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, fucking. You fucking cocksucker. Now get the drink, you fucking cunt. Warm milk in a glass. Put a nipple on the end of it, fuckface.
Angry Baby.
I hate
It's
Angry
uncanny.
Baby. It really, it's amazing. It's a little different than Joe Pesci did.
Just a tad. I'm picking up the subtle difference now.
Hey, we got someone else checking in today, Anthony.
Uh-huh.
Arrest this.
Yo.
Hey, man.
¿Cómo estás usted? Yo, mi inglés un poquito, no good English.
¿Qué pasa?
Uno.
I'm good.
Bien.
How you guys doing?
Vamos.
Vamos? ¿Hablamos español?
¿Cómo está?
I think Angry Baby knows a little more Spanish than you do.
Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you, huh? Maricón, mabra, bicho, bandeco, gringo.
No, qué bueno, mi vida. ¿Qué pasa, mi maricoñazo?
That's all
It's all good.
No estamos sortos, hijo. Picking dialogue from third-year Spanish out of my head. What's up?
Ay, caramba. ¿Cuánto arreglan mi cuatro?
Whenever you get a little stuck, just start, reciting the menu from Taco Bell, and you'll be doing pretty good.
That's why I love Spanish, because you can just make it up.
Oh,
really? You want to lick my pasta la lofes? It just sounds like it works.
Add an O to everything, and you'll be all right.
Lick my pasta la lofes.
That's a good bit. I like that.
Now, you are working with XM MLB Espanol.
Yes, I am.
Sir. The Spanish language baseball channel. I didn't even know we had one.
So they wanted you to call us to promote this fact.
Well, you know what? You guys are, one of the hot tickets, so, we figured your fan base is so wide and that, why not? Let's put Solamente Pelota, and we're on from 3 to 7, Monday to Friday. So we have a good time over there.
Do you need to know Spanish to listen?
Not necessarily, man. My show, guys, is quite bilingual. I cross over a lot. We have a lot of the regular American Anglo players that come on the show, at times. But predominantly, I'd say probably 75% is in Spanish.
So it's like a Spanglish kind of thing?
Yeah, a little Spanglish. That's the new trend going on right now.
You know the Mad Mexican?
Hey, the Mad Mexican's my boy, man. He's my man. In fact, he does my in and outs a lot of times, promoting me. So he's on our team.
Yeah, we like that guy.
We just don't like his dog.
Chicago.
I haven't seen his dog, man.
Oh, it's always about Chicago, his dog. Enough.
All right.
Enough. I'm going to throw it out a window of a high-rise.
You really don't like it.
He's going to pick it up and grab it and throw it in the garbage.
In the dumpster. Yeah, fun story out of New York today. Sorry.
Hey, who do you think's going to win the World Series this year?
Oh, good question.
Oh, that's...
Wow, look at it, man. I'll tell you what, you guys are just knowledgeable aficionados.
Let me ask you this question before that. Do you think the Yankees are going to even make the playoffs?
That is the big question, especially with a $200+ million payroll. If they don't make it, it'll be the biggest disappointment in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, don't forget Randy Johnson, both shortstops.
Say it again?
Don't forget Randy Johnson, both shortstops. The best shortstops in the league. One has to play third base.
No, I think the chances are real good for them to make it. They pounced on Tampa Bay last night. They scored like 100 runs, and so they seem to be back on track. But
they scored 100 runs.
Yeah, I think it was 105 runs, something like that. They
wow, that's got to be like a record
in one game. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, in one game they scored 105, 110 runs, something like that. No, really they scored 17, but it seemed like 100 Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
So what do you think about the Yankees Red Sox playoffs? Who's going to win?
I tell you, man, if they meet up again, it's going to be pandemonium. Especially the last couple of years they've been knocking horns and playing 7-game series, and so if I had to choose a team that's a little bit better right now, I'll probably say the Red Sox, because their pitching is a little more solid.
All right, I can
than the
deal
Yankees,
with you.
but hitting wise, man, both of those they just crush.
Good
man.
for you, dude. Good answer, and you're well knowledgeable about sports. You really know what you're doing.
Arrestus.
Yeah, buddy.
Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
Played with him.
You did?
Yes. In my younger days, and his very younger days, he's younger than me, with the Pittsburgh Pirates, 1988, man. He was my locker next door to me, brother. So BB and I go way back. And he's the greatest hitter of all time, period.
Arrestus. Jason Giambi.
What do you want to know about Jace?
I don't really want to know anything.
Steroids.
Oh.
Yes. Definitely. He definitely came out and said that. There's a problem right now with steroid guys. I mean, there's no doubt about it. They got to clean it up. It hasn't been completely cleaned up, But it's baseball let it go and turned their back for a long time, and all these home runs made baseball super popular again. And now they gotta face the music.
Yeah.
What team do you guys like? You guys are in New York, so I mean, you guys gotta have, you either gotta be Met fans or Yankee fans.
Arrestus, the Mets.
The Mets? Is that both of you guys are Met fans, or?
Arrestus, the Yankees.
Okay, well, I see. I can see you're bipolar then.
Arrestus, I like the Red Sox.
You look at the standing and you like the team that's in first place, pretty much.
Sorry.
Arrestus, Mike Piazza.
Mike Piazza. You know what? He may be a Yankee next year. He may just slide over from Queens to the Bronx. That's the little inside rumor and little inside scoop.
The big unit.
The big unit? Are you talking about the angry baby again, or you're talking about Randy Johnson? Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know which unit.
Randy Johnson.
The big unit. He's 6'10", and if he's back on track, bro, watch out. I'm sure neither of you two guys want to get up on the plate and face Randy Johnson. I'll tell you that much. You'd probably rather face Tim Wakefield throwing a knuckleball.
Yeah.
Arrestus, Big Cock.
Big Poppy.
Big Poppy.
Big Poppy, best nickname in the game right now.
Yeah.
You got to love it. And he's the Dominican Babe Ruth. He's awesome.
Cockhog.
Who?
Arrestus. Cockhog.
Cockhog?
She's good with a bat.
I don't remember.
Very good with a bat.
Yeah. Very good
Fantastic.
with the bat.
Cockhog, very good with the bat.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. That's what
All
I'm
right
saying
there, Arrestus.
All right, so Arrestus, it's Major League Baseball in Spanish for our Spanish-speaking friends, right?
Yeah, that's it, man. Major League Baseball in Spanish, 3 to 7, Monday through Friday on XM 190. It's called.
Where are you, Shea Stadium?
Yeah. Are you landing a plane right now? Jesus.
Yeah,
they don't pay enough at XM. You got to land planes and before
I'm
your show starts.
I'm multitasking right now, brother. I'm talking to you guys from a cockpit and landing a plane.
Delta Airlines.
Oh.
Delta Airlines. No, I'm not a big fan of Delta Airlines.
Arrestus.
No.
Boeing 767.
760. I like the 777. Flying up to Tokyo.
Arrestus.
Any Japanese by any chance? I also played in Japan many years. So you guys speak any Japanese?
Oh.
Arrestus.
Godzilla.
Godzilla. There you go. That technically is Japanese, so very, very good. That would be Hideki Matsui. Very good.
Adios.
Okay. Love you guys, man.
Take it easy, man.
You guys are tight. All right, bro.
Later.
Be good.
I like Arrestus. Arrestus. Isn't that funny? A Spanish guy named Arrestus.
Adios.
So we have Arrestus on the show to promote the Spanish language baseball channel.
We have a lot of Spanish language
on
listeners.
channel 190. But if they're listening to our show, they could speak and understand English. So
Right.
why wouldn't they just go to the English?
Sometimes you want to get that Spanish feel to your call, maybe. Maybe that's it. You know?
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still working out the bugs, I guess, of this whole thing. I'm sure he's a very, very cool guy.
Arestus butt plug.
We were on to something, and then stupid Kelly had a...
He goes, I like the Red Sox. I want to ask you now, what did you do wrong there? We're going to, now you're in training over here. What did you do wrong?
Because you will be sitting in that
You're
seat
going to
from
be in
time to
that
time.
seat. Now, when you see what we're doing, what should you have said?
Arestus, the Red Sox.
Right.
There you go.
There it is.
Not,
I like the Red Sox.
I like the Red Sox, you motherfucker.
It's in the baby voice, by the way.
It was Arestus, and then like a word, maybe two.
I really just wanted to be part of, guys.
It was a new bit we were trying, and you didn't help it.
I really did.
The bit needs work, but you certainly didn't help. You really didn't help.
You really picked it up at the end.
Set up too. He went, Arestus. I like the Red Sox.
You are an ass.
Fucking suck. As soon as I said I liked, I was like, "What are you doing?"
Otto and George in studio. Bored, Otto?
Oh, no, sorry.
All right, we're gonna
I hit the ground running and I never stop.
We're gonna talk to Otto and George next.
Yes.
You got a gig you're promoting there, Otto?
Yeah, I got a few gigs coming. I got a fucking CD coming out.
Ooh.
Working.
I watched your DVD. Hysterical.
Joe Conti's here. He's dying to get to the mic. I'm sitting there. I don't say a fucking word.
Ah, Joe.
Hey, Joe. What's up?
How you doing there, Joe?
Hey, Joe. How are you? The Jets looked awful, by the way. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Sorry, dude.
And any recognition from the aristocrats there, Otto?
Yeah, people go see it. I don't get paid.
No, I mean, are they recognizing you now? It's a
What,
big
on the
movie.
street?
It's a big movie out
Yeah.
there.
No, I'm not
Nothing.
recognized. No, not at all.
Nothing. Jesus.
You never get people come up to you and go, "Hey, Otto." Like
Yeah, the
walking
guy
down
out
street.
there recognized me because I was holding a puppet. But
Yeah, maybe if you held the puppet the whole time.
yeah.
But that'd be a little odd.
It's kind of you're onto something because when I'm with Anthony, get recognized a hell of a lot more than if I'm just by myself.
Especially
Really?
when he has
Oh,
his
yeah.
hand up my back and I
Really?
sit on his knee while we're eating.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. We'll continue with Otto and George and other things. We got a real commercial from Toyota as we go to break.
Want me to do it?
Yeah, Toyota's a fucking great car.
All right, enough.
Four-door.
We hate the angry baby.
Do it as Pesci.
Toyota's a fucking great car. It's a four-door. What kind of cars are they?
I like Pesci so much better.
Fucking car. Yeah,
Hate the
Honda,
baby.
fucking Honda. Christ. A Toyota where you want, Henry.
No, that was
That was
angry
the baby.
That was Angry Baby.
See, now I can tell.
You can tell, right?
You're right. It's a little different.
Restus, I like Angry Baby.
This weekend, for the first time in Toyota history, an unprecedented sale will change everything. What if we told you to get any new car, truck, or SUV, all you needed was $99 down and $99 a month?
I'd say you were full of shit.
Well, we're not. Get ready for the no shit sale from Toyota.
No shit.
No shit.
No shit. Toby Hines, fearless leader at Gulf States Toyota, has gone completely apeshit. And authorized
Oh, Jesus.
us to sell you
Wow, this is kind of awkward.
any car, truck, or SUV for a ridiculously low $99 down and $99 a month.
No shit.
No shit.
You gotta be shitting me.
No, this shit is for real. It's the no shit sale from Toyota. $99 down, $99 a month. But you better hurry because this shit won't be around forever.
In other words, shit or get off the pot?
Exactly. It's the no shit sale. $99 down and $99 a month gets you any car, truck, or SUV you want.
Holy shit.
You said it. See your Toyota dealer now. Get the feeling. Toyota.
$99 down payment, $99 monthly payment, not through Gulf States Toyota. No shit sale does not apply to any existing Toyota car, truck, or SUV anywhere, anyhow, anytime. Not a limited time offer. Don't see dealer for details. In other words, we're full of
No shit.
I love showing my boobs to introverted fat guys. We whip 'em out Wednesday.
Like sands through the hourglass, so is the Owen virus.
not as bad as people would think. I will say that women who have hooked up with me at times, even just regular dates, are always surprised I'm not completely the creep they expect me to be.
Really?
Yes. The ones that live through it.
Very gentlemanly?
Yes.
Very gentlemanly?
Yeah, I'm nice. I'm a nice fella.
So you get to know them a little.
Yeah.
And you start saying...
Ooh, that smells good.
And you start telling them what it would be like if they had to sit and watch you and her father.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Snuggling and you jacking the father.
Yeah. And just as he lets it go in my hand, he puts his face in my neck and goes, "Urgh," and he just groans into my neck as it bubbles over on my hand.
And he paints these pictures for these girls. Oh, is that horrific?
I used to love that one and telling her how I was going to hug her grandmother, but then just grab her grandmother's ass and press my heart on into it against the kitchen counter, like into her crotch. Like, that's what she said, too. She said the worst part of the whole, like, she'd come down the steps, and the way I would describe it is that me and her dad would have our pants pulled down just to mid-thigh. Like, we wouldn't be naked. And she said the worst part was the pants not being all the way off and the face in the neck. She said that was the worst part.
Oh, the father. You feel his little razor stubble on your neck.
Yeah. Like you can't look at me, but it just feels too good to make me stop.
And they'd have to walk around with this image in their head.
Oh, yeah.
That is hysterical. You're an awful human.
Too good.
Would she laugh at that?
No. Maybe she's like, ugh.
Yeah.
It would just gross her out. As soon as I found that out, I couldn't stop. Every time we saw a family member, I'd think of a new way I could sexually accost them.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
No Opie and no Jimmy. It's just the Anthony Show with my special friend, Robert Kelly, in the studio.
The fuck? What the fuck, you fucking fuck, yeah?
What's up, man?
It's just us now. What happens with these long breaks, Opie goes and takes a walk sometimes, and we get left. And then me and Jimmy chat.
How you doing?
So now you got to sit in there and chat. Chat with me.
Chat with you.
Oh, he's back. Here he comes.
He is.
Hi, Opie. It's so awkward when... You know, the show restarts, and you're not sitting there. I get scared.
We're having a really fun show today. I'm having a blast, actually. Anthony, you were explaining this. I really don't know this story. The Houston mother fight. Two mothers fighting in Houston. What the mothers are from Louisiana.
The video. See, no, I guess one's from Louisiana, and the other one is from the Houston area because there was a fight in a school. Remember when? All the refugees from the hurricane went over there to Houston, and the mayor and the governor of Texas and everybody said, all your children will be sent to school. Don't worry. We'll take care of their schooling. Well, they put them in the schools, and apparently now they're fighting. They're just fighting. These schools have to be, that's got to be a fun place to be. I'm just looking at the video from it, and it looks like very inner city school.
But why are they fighting?
Because, Opie... Because
that's the reason given.
If you see, you can't put the tiger in the lion cage. Well, they'll fight with each other. It's just kind of a territorial thing.
Really, the tiger in the lion cage?
All right, look, I'm trying to make an analogy and keep my fucking job.
All right.
So that's what I'll say. But it is. I may have used a different analogy last night in my home in the privacy of my own house.
Like silverback gorilla? Was that one of the animals?
Oh, stop.
No, it wasn't
I
one.
didn't know.
Horrible man.
All right.
But they're fighting, and then when the police got there and the press arrived, how did the press get there so quickly?
I don't know.
Maybe
That's someone else's camera.
And the parents arrived. So now these women, who look exactly like the same women we saw coptered out of New Orleans, and for some reason they look the same in Houston too, the mothers. Big, fat asses in wife-beater T-shirts. It's like a uniform. And they started going after each other, the parents of the kids.
Well, the video's up on opieandanthony.com, Foundry, Foundry, music.com.
I don't know how much you can make of the audio, but it's just pandemonium. And again, the cops have to deal with this.
I don't understand why they're fighting.
They're
One
fighting.
kid jumped another, and then the mother showed up, and then they're fighting. And
it just seems to be this underlying violence thing going on between the two cities.
God,
I guess the kids that went to school there aren't happy to be helping the kids that are coming in.
There were times growing up that my mom was upset, but she never showed up at the school and fought another mother.
Thank God. How embarrassing would that be?
Right.
When your mom shows up at school, it just means embarrassment.
Just means you can't take care of things.
Oh, they grab you by the hand. What did you do to my boy? Oh, you're the faggot. You're the faggot now until
Mom,
12th
go
grade.
Home, please.
Mom, leave. I'm fine.
Here's the audio. All right, let's play.
I heard something about a basketball.
I heard basketball.
But that could mean anything, really.
All right. This is what we're going to do. We're going to start over.
It's like hearing the in a sentence.
When you hear a word that makes sense, please shout it out, okay? So we can maybe
Sounds
figure
good.
out what this fight's about, because that's all. I don't give a fuck.
What are they
I just want to know
fighting
why
about?
they're fighting. That's all.
Why the fighting?
Here we go again.
Basketball. I know.
He didn't.
I didn't say you.
I know you
don't.
You don't know my name.
You're my Negro. I heard that, no?
Speak, Taylor, speak.
Look at them. Look how they act. I swear to God, I heard that in the background.
You'll find your destiny.
Oh, I got benefits.
It is your baby. Murray Dunn told me so.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
I heard it now.
Did you see a sign that said dead nigger storage? It's not about my coffee jewels.
And he go like this, I heard.
I heard he go like this.
He go like this.
Huh?
All right.
All right, that solved everything.
Sure did.
Now I understand.
The whole thing is summed up.
Oh, Jesus. What a mess.
Well, thank you for that non-story.
These are people that just can't get along. Why? They're refugees. They've been brought to a certain place for help, and there's fighting going on.
It's hot. It's real hot.
Maybe it's the heat.
It's the heat. It's the heat, Anthony. Down there in Houston.
It's a dry heat.
It's the heat. The sun hits your skin.
Someone wants to know if... let's
excuse.
go to the phones. John?
Hello?
Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I think one of them said, Boo got shot.
Yeah, where's Boo got shot?
Who got shot?
You ever hear Boo got shot?
No, man.
You got to hear Boo got shot.
While we're looking for Boo Got Shot, I'll play this one.
Yeah, this is
one of my favorites.
I seen the cops knocking the truck window out, and I thought they was giving the man UPS. I thought the man was dead. That's the way it was.
UPS.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
UPS.
Cigars and Scotch is going to help us with the translation. Cigars and Scotch.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I hear one woman repeatedly screaming, spinning causes gravity. Spinning causes gravity.
Very good.
All right. Here we
Didn't
go.
one say the foot thing on my foot?
I heard her. I have a foot thing
Way in
on
the
my
background.
foot.
I have a foot thing on my foot.
Has that name been taken on Whackbag? Foot thing?
A foot thing.
Foot
It
thing.
should be, and it will be.
All right, here we go. Boo got shot for Robert Kelly.
Uh-huh. She was taking real bad. And then she said, Peaches, they got shot. They got shot. I said, who? She said, Boo got shot. I said, oh my God. We just saw it. My sister had called somebody up here. She called my cousin Pumpkin to sell there. She called her, and Pumpkin told her that she was on the phone with police. And Chichi, she had left out, and she went and got in her car. She bailed out. And when she left out, then when I heard the gunshot again, and when I heard the gunshot, and I seen some boy had run in the building over back that way. He ran in that building. I seen that car just flew off, and then I seen a long gun, a big old gun in the car.
All right, I'll give you $1,000 if you know what she's talking about.
Dude, I love the way she said building.
Building. My cousin Pumpkin. And then my cousin Pumpkin.
Polly. She never said Polly. She said Polly.
This is a good one, too. This is a woman that was trampled over when they were giving away free computers or $50 computers at a huge arena. No, that's not it. It's Bank 6. Here you go.
Look at my knee. I'm hurt. That man don't tell me. I just started kicking the people in the balls and everything. You know, they were stressed out. I couldn't breathe.
Sounds like Rich Voss.
Now, this was right off
and
the
Bonnie,
news.
we're going to get married.
I was on stage.
All of a sudden, they trampled the stage.
Gotta go to Canada. This woman was trampled there, and the news is interviewing her, and they can't understand what she's saying because they never would have allowed her to say. She goes, I kicked him in the balls.
No.
Yeah, that's what she's
When
saying.
did
But
she
the
say
news,
that?
Listen closely, and you hear, I kick him in the balls.
Look at my knee. I'm hurt. That man don't tell me. I just started kicking the people in the balls and everything. They were stressed out. I couldn't breathe.
I just started kicking the people in the balls and everything. And the news person's like, yes. They had no idea. She just said kicking people in the balls.
Look at my knee.
Look at my knee.
Anthony, I want to play along. I got one, too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, listen to this one.
For many days I didn't bring him here because I suffer when he bites me. He bites me in my vagina. When I'm walking and he sees other dog, right away he jumps on my vagina because he gets so crazy. He doesn't know who I am. He forgets everything. And he bites the Labrador and his penis. I don't want him to bite my Labrador and the penis. My Labrador is a baby. It's beautiful.
What the fuck?
I got another clip from that lady.
Look, in my vagina 2 times he bite me. But his teeth are very small and they don't damage very much. They pinch.
What the hell is that from? What is that? Is that real?
Yeah.
That's a real lady?
It's a real news thing.
Oh, I want to meet that lady.
All right, getting back to Boo Got Shot. We actually have the translation.
Boo got shot.
You do?
Yes, someone took the time to listen to the audio and translate it. Listen to this.
She was taking real bad.
It appears the young lady was trembling from nervousness.
Peaches, they got shot.
Someone has been wounded.
So who?
I inquired as to who the victim was.
She said, Boo got shot.
Boo has suffered a gunshot wound.
Boo got shot.
Boo has become the victim of another violent crime.
I said, oh my God.
Oh me, oh my.
We just saw it. My sister had called somebody up here.
My sibling telephoned another relative.
She called my cousin Pumpkin to sell there.
In fact, it was my cousin Pumpkin who lives in this very same community.
She called her, and Pumpkin told her that she was on the phone with police.
Pumpkin was already on the phone with the local authorities.
And Chichi, she had left out.
Chichi had already departed.
She went and got in her car. She bailed out.
She found her vehicle and put it in reverse.
And when she left out, when I heard the gunshot again.
As she was departing, a shot rang out, piercing the cold night air.
And when I heard the gunshot and I seen some boy had run in the building over back that way.
Apparently, the perpetrator was seeking cover behind a local building.
He ran in that building.
It was that building over there.
And I seen that car just flew off.
I saw the car depart with a rapid acceleration.
And then I seen a long gun.
I saw a firearm of substantial caliber.
A big old gun in it.
I mean substantial.
If the boy was in the back seat, he had a big old long gun.
In fact, it was the gentleman in the back seat who had the firearm with the extended barrel.
There you have it. The translation of Who Got Shot.
My cousin Pumpkin.
I love how she says he left. He left out.
Left out.
Left out.
You left out, your mother.
Was that the angry baby?
No, that was Pesci.
Oh, all right.
Everyone knows that was Pesci. Stop. What's wrong with you?
They laugh out.
All right. We're trying to move on to. The Opie and Anthony auction is going quite nicely. Go to opieandanthony.com for all the items that are up.
Can I tell you about this robe thing here? That from the it's the Yankee robe there you're putting up on the auction.
Yankee cranky robe.
Yankee
no,
cranky.
It's a Yankee robe. It's got pinstripes on it.
It's got pinstripes. It's official. These are the actual robes that all the Yankees players are wearing in the clubhouse. They just got them Friday. They're all wearing them.
Jeter and A-Rod wear these?
Yeah, you can get them all in the clubhouse shops in Manhattan. Yankees clubhouse shops in Manhattans. They all have them now in Manhattan.
You're doing a commercial.
Well, for the guy who gave
I
it
would
to you.
do a more dramatic read.
Yeah, why don't
All right, how about this? Do I have any music? Do you have any music?
We need some dramatic music.
Some dramatic music to do the Wendy's Read voice guy.
You want the Wendy's Read?
I want the Wendy's Read.
Yeah.
Real dramatic voice. Derek's working on music.
Well, we could do a little that movie with Jack and
The Shining.
The Shining there.
Shining music.
Yeah,
that might work.
Unless you have something else that's you're
ominous.
Going to.
That'll be ominous enough. What? Oh, that's good too. Okay, that's dramatic.
The hurricane was a tragic, tragic thing. But Opie and Anthony have put things on eBay to raise money for the hurricane relief. And one of those things is a sports robe. The Yankees...
Idiot!
Just got them in their locker rooms this past Friday.
Idiot!
They just came out in stores and are sold exclusively at Yankee Clubhouse shops in Manhattan.
Mama!
For more store locations, go to
Liar whore, and you know it!
www.sportsrobe.com. Again, that's www.sportrobe.com.
Shut your goddamn pie hole!
Thank you. And God bless.
Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Oh!
Let's see what Ron and Fez are going to be doing on their program today. Hey, we should get them. We're trying to get through the rest of the audio here. NBC News story on 11. Caged kids in Ohio. What was this about?
They found 11 kids, was it? Caged up in someone's house in Ohio. That's about all I know about the story. Haven't heard any clips.
All right, let's listen in.
Authorities in Ohio are investigating how 11 disabled children were kept in cages by their foster...
They're disabled kids. Who cares?
Oh.
That was a real story.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
don't waste my time. Where's sports? There they are, Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up,
hey,
guys?
Buddies.
Ron and Fez.
How goes the battle, buddy?
Their show will start in minutes.
Yes.
And then, because a lot of people are very confused, we got to start telling people what's going on here. Ron and Fez are on the East Coast from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then we go back to like a worst of hour of Opie and Anthony from 2 to 3. And then today's program will re-air at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Right.
There you go.
It is confusing.
It's a mess, but we'll figure it all out as we move on, okay?
Yeah.
Including getting more exposure for the guys, more replays. Don't you worry.
Yeah, stop your bitching.
Stop
for
your
5
bitching.
seconds.
There is so much bitching going on.
Yeah.
Let
on
them
both
get
message
comfortable.
boards.
Let them get comfortable.
I
Give
see
them
it
a
on
shot.
your guys' message boards, our message boards. There's all kinds of heat.
And don't act like we've never done this before. We're just settling in. This happens every time.
No, it doesn't. This is the first time it's ever happened.
Today's a big show, though. We're talking about Bob Kelly's brand new website. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Hey, we got
That's a good one.
Oh, we got Talking Icons.
RobertKellyLive.com.
Listen to
That's
this.
a good one.
Listen to this.
What is this?
This is some of the audio that you get from Robert Kelly.
Oh, when you roll your cursor over the links on his
I
webpage, unlike just a regular webpage where it gets highlighted a little bit, you'll get annoying audio coming off of his website.
There you go.
My face.
What the fuck?
What the...
What the hell's wrong?
Ready?
With you?
My face.
Wow.
What do you find at MySpace?
Oh, my God. You know what? Yeah, I always thought MySpace, Friendster's faggy thing. That's why I was kind of joking about that. MySpace, because it's a fag.
Oh.
But let me tell you something. There's so many There's a million people on that. And there's the
So it's a link
MySpace
to something that has nothing to do with your
That's
site.
what made Dane
MySpace.
Cook famous.
What, MySpace?
Yes.
Yeah, you probably
It really
right.
helped out Dane Cook because
Yeah,
I was
it
reading
probably
some
did.
things about Dane Cook, and he mentioned MySpace.com.
It's unbelievable.
Or whatever it's called, MySpace. Whatever.
Unbelievable.
Oh, look at that. Who did the animations on your site?
That was my
Obviously
my Asian web guy. Actually, Norton makes a cameo in the as a little worm that I pull out of my ass, and he goes, "I'm all about the poop," and then jumps off the bar soap.
Let's be honest. After today,
Right.
Cute. Norton who? I mean, come on.
Who?
Right.
Who?
Exactly.
I mean, the
Gary.
foot guy?
the guy with the foot thing on his foot.
We had so much action in here today.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Now, we, another one of the interns, we get to meet the weird interns that you guys gave us.
Uh-huh.
The one who is focused on Anthony, weird enough. The other one is totally focused on Norton, and I didn't even know his whole weird backstory, but he's a Norton wannabe.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Really?
And it's just frightening.
Yeah.
You've given us and all the scary interns we've ever had, these have got to be the two scariest.
Only the best for you, Ronnie.
Yeah. I don't want to be alone with my own interns.
This one's trying to emulate all of Norton's habits.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a healthy thing to do.
Yeah.
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 Well, that'll make for good radio.
For a while.
Till we're dead.
What the fuck is that?
What link is that?
It's the links page.
Oh, you can't even hear it. You can't even hear it.
He's going to play the bad one in a second.
Dear Robert, you are funniest.
I can't understand it.
That's the Naked Kid page?
It's a little kid.
Saying what?
Dear Robert, you are the funniest I've ever seen.
Pete Townsend got
says,
busted for this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You got to be careful.
Kids on the websites.
That's my schedule button.
New clip of the year.
We love that clip. Oh, look at the
music.
time. What a bummer. All right, well, tomorrow on the program, very, very excited, extremely excited, Bill Burr sitting in for Jim Norton.
What?
Not that
This
you
was
didn't
one
do a
day?
good job. Yeah, well, he gets one day.
He's just settling in. He's just settling in.
Look at me and look at Billy, a little redhead, the white race.
Yeah.
Billy fits in with Opie a lot better.
No, actually, you know.
We should just have you and Billy do a show.
All kidding aside, Robert Kelly did a great job today.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me
RobertKelly.com.
today.
I've been
Guys,
reading
I had a
instant
good time.
feedback and a lot of comments coming in saying one of your best appearances ever on the show.
I have a
Wow.
blast every time.
Good job.
Thank you very much,
Yes.
folks. And thank you for the wiffle ball bat.
All right, we might have a minute or two here. Let's say hi to Mike in Boston. Mike,
Hey, what's going on, guys?
what did you learn on the show today?
I learned 3 out of 4 is bad.
3 out of
What?
4 ain't bad. Okay,
Oh,
I got
okay.
you at the last second there. Thank you. Let's say hi to Mike in Jersey. Mike?
Hey, what's up? Back in Jersey, I learned today that the HIV virus can be killed if you drink enough and you won't get AIDS.
There you go. AIDS killed by booze. We learned that today. Prozac from Whackbag.
I learned the show went from cock blockers to cock hog.
Yeah.
And I learned Bob has the line of the day. You love your wife? God bless America. Now show me your pussy.
That was a good line. Let's say hi to Calvin in West Virginia. Calvin.
Yeah, I learned today that Boo got injured by the perpetrator.
Oh, yeah, we did learn that finally. Very
Yes,
good.
we did.
Very good. Also want to thank Harry Reams for stopping on by. He was losing it.
Yeah.
16 years of sobriety, and you could see it in his eyes.
He was ready to go on the edge?
He was ready to go, man.
Dialing Sid on the other line. Hey, buddy.
After 16 years,
Yeah.
we just about had him over the edge. Yeah.
A girl flashed, and you could just see the switch going off in
Sure.
his eyes. He was
had,
ready.
He had New Strange
Right.
snatch in his face for the first time in years.
You never really quit the mafia, do you? It's always right there.
There you go. Run it fast next.
That's it. I'm out of here.